Good Sunday afternoon. You know what that means. It's another exciting episode. Matinee with the homies. A very, very special edition of Matinee with the homies. So let's go around. Let's go around the horn. Jake, how's it going, my friend?
It's going all right. I'm a little tired. My wife is giving me looks, but, but I'm doing all right. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hope everyone else is also, and I hope everyone watching at home is having a good Sunday.
So we got Mr. Big Time here. He was up on the GCA Wednesday night, and Mr. Big Shot. At least he showed up today. Ron the Crusader, how's it doing? How's it going, Ronan?
Hello, everyone. Y'all know who I am. I'm Ronan the Crusader. There's my intro once again. I'm doing pretty good, and I am super excited to talk about movies and all of our favorite movies and all the good conversations we have about why we love movies.
Ebola, how you doing? I mean, Atomic, how's it going?
Whoa. Hey,
That's gotta hurt.
I'm wounded, man. I'm wounded. I'm doing good, man. I'm
Cut me
doing
deep,
great.
Shaq. Cut me real deep.
I'm doing
Yeah.
great, man. I'm doing great. Yeah.
You know, buddy, I said that as fucking Ebola said something in the chat. I said,
Don't forget us.
Yeah.
I like to thank all the little people that I trampled over. I mean, that helped me, get up.
Atomic, how's it going, my friend?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Like I said, I'm happy to be here. It's gonna be a fun stream. I'm excited to talk about it's great. We've got some good subjects. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
And-
Yeah, and so
Just saying.
yeah, you're just
I
saying.
I
Don't
have
shoot
to
the messenger.
before I introduce my partner in crime, I'll give it a hand up to fucking M Campy for our thumbnail today. That was a fucking phenomenal thumbnail.
Absolutely.
That was AI's best efforts.
No.
We got.
no,
Hey,
no.
I'm gonna let you guys know now. We got some ideas for like one of the people on the thumbnail. We got some ideas.
For
But
one of the people on the thumbnail?
yeah,
Well,
Can't
one of the
be.
people, and I have to change myself soon. So
Oh no.
Campia. How's it going, my friend?
it's going great. I want to welcome everyone here to Matinee with the Homies once again. Tonight's subject is basically meeting the homies. We're going to explain to you how we got into movies, what we enjoy about movies, our favorite actors, directors, and we're going to give you some of our, I said top five, but we're all movie people except Atomic. So we're going to give you
Wait.
our top five.
Yeah,
and maybe
Atomic's
a
I
few-
haven't even watched.
Guys, need to shame Atomic. He's never seen -1. Godzilla -1 yet.
No, he has not.
I haven't seen one movie. You guys are like, oh,
Dang.
you're like a movie buff.
Okay,
I'm like,
Isaac.
3-year-old
Okay,
movie.
Isaac. Okay, Isaac.
Anyway, we're going to
Damn.
discuss today just different movies, our favorites. You're going to learn a little bit about us and maybe some things you know, some things you don't. And we're going to start off by, the first discussion question here will be where your love for movies comes from. What movie, what led you to become a movie fan? And so I'm going to start off. Jake, do you want to go first or Ronan, maybe?
I will go first, and it's
Okay.
a really easy answer. When I was 4 or 5 years old, I think however I was sitting there, I was sitting on the couch, and however it came on. My dad put Terminator 2 on TV, and he was like,
Nice.
yeah, you could watch this. You could watch this. It'll be on TV. They'll have some stuff cut out, but you could watch this. And I was infatuated. I loved it. I loved the big man with the gun shooting stuff. I liked the big other metal man getting shot and also shooting stuff. I didn't pick up on any of obviously any subtext or stuff about corporate espionage or the time travel stuff. I was just like, big man, sunglasses, shoot, gun, go bang. Great,
Exactly.
movie. Loved it, Dad.
Right.
All
Loved
you
it.
needed.
Okay,
That's
okay.
all,
So
that's
I
all
have
I needed, and I was in.
I have a
Life.
question for you, Jake.
Go ahead.
How long after that before you saw the first Terminator movie?
Good question.
Oh gosh, it probably wasn't long after that, but I don't really have a memory of when I first saw it. The first time I saw it, and I genuinely remember it, I was like, yeah, this is a good fucking movie. It's probably maybe 13, 14 years old. And of course, it's because I was like, I want to watch Terminator 2, but you know what I haven't seen in a while? The first Terminator. So we're doing a double feature, baby. So yeah, like 13 or 14, I watched Terminator, then Terminator 2, and I was like, yeah, still holds up, baby. Great.
So what
Terminator 2 still holds up today.
what were your thoughts were that the first movie you see the Terminator, he's a good guy, but the very first movie he just wants to kill people.
So I honestly think that was spoiled for me way too early. Because I watched Terminator 2, and that's an unfortunate thing. This which see, I'm glad I have my headphones on. This is something that my wife doesn't know. She's never seen them. She doesn't know the twist, and I'm waiting for the day when I get to show her them back to back, and she gets to see what happens. Because it's like showing a baby a movie, because everybody knows what the twist is.
Exactly.
So the fact that you found someone who doesn't know what it is as an adult, oh my gosh!
That's why we have Atomic here.
I was in that same. I was in that same spot when I get to my first movie. I was in the, and I'll explain when it gets to my turn.
Oh, of course.
Well, that's one reason I want to have Atomic on the show too, is because he's basically the less, not, I don't say
He's the runt.
he's not the runt. He's the one that's not seen these movies like we have over the years. He's the youngest one of us, so he's open eyes to it, and I want to know his reactions to some of these when he sees them.
All right.
It's virgin eyes. It's virgin eyes.
I'll say this. I haven't seen one of the movies you guys talk about. You guys are like, oh, easy.
Well, see, we don't know that, but that's kind of what we take it on, because the 80s and 90s is not your era. So we're assuming you've not seen some of these.
Kind of not mine. But
-1 is like 3 years old. I'm just saying.
Are you not 90s, Jake?
I was born in 93, but like I don't remember much that came out then.
Yeah, it was the same thing with me. I'm 96 myself, but I mean, I retroactively went back and watched a whole ton of this other stuff.
Yes, like a real man, Ronan, like a real man.
Exactly. Yes.
You know what's funny?
Fish.
Okay, so without saying much, are you like early 96 or later when you were born? Early 96.
Early to mid 96. Let's just say just before summer started.
You know what? You know what's funny?
What?
Me and you are 20 years in age difference. 20 years.
20 years plus 100.
Pretty much going to be.
Phantom,
Yeah.
how
damn, you're old.
Ronan, how good does that make you feel?
I mean, I'm
Ronan's 30 and Phantom is 130.
So I'm close to it. I'm already going to start feeling my age soon.
Phantom was around in the Cretaceous era.
Yeah. He was the Crusader, original Crusader,
literal Crusader.
Yeah, he was faulting everything, man.
Like,
and why am I friend? Why am I friends with you, motherfuckers? Why are you? I'm friends with you, fuckers.
Because we know good movies. That's why.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So going into that, Ronan, how did you get into movies? Like, what was your not maybe not your first one as a kid, but like that just drew you to, I want to watch more. I want to watch more.
I think, like, to be honest. Yeah, I'm trying to think, because to think back around that time, there was plenty, a bunch of movies that I was watching,
Fair.
that I can remember. But the two that I could throw out there, the two I could throw out there for me, it's gonna be the Brendan Fraser Mummy film, the first one, directed by Steven Soderbergh. That one was absolutely fantastic. Like, it was scary at the right moments, like for a kid my age. So obviously, looking back at it now, it's not as scary, but you know, for a 5-6-year-old, it's going to be a little terrifying. And then I would also put the Matthew Broderick Godzilla film, the 98 one.
Ooh,
it was literally the first ever giant monster film I ever watched. And I would also even say too that when I went with my dad to Colombia, I think it was around 2000, early 2001, before 9/11 happened. I was hanging out with my family in Colombia over there, and literally almost every day I would be watching my VHS tape of Godzilla, and when it's over, I'd tell them, rewind it in Spanish. And then my older cousins are like, there he goes again, watching fucking Godzilla.
I'll defend that movie for one reason. Godzilla was not Godzilla. I'll say that. Right. But the actors in it, the people in it, kept me engaged, because they're basically the Simpsons actors.
Special shout out to John
Except for
Reno.
Matthew Broderick.
I'm not including him in that. I'm including everybody else.
Special shout out goes to John Reno, I would say, like playing as
John Reno and Hank Azaria.
Yes,
Both-
Hank
I will
Azaria
say
was
it's
fun
John
too
Moon
as
and Hank
as
Azaria.
Animal. Yeah,
They are
he
so
was
good in that
hilarious.
So guys, so next week is going to be our Godzilla episode because
Oh
it's
yes.
the King of the Monsters' 71st birthday is Friday, and
So
next
join us
Sunday.
next week for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've already.
gonna be
I'll be
fun.
honest with you, people in the backstage. We've been talking about Godzilla for about 45 minutes.
Yep.
So we are definitely sure we got a full hour, if not hour and a half, of that movie, if not two.
I could go
And then
3
and that's
or
when
4
we were
hours discussing
restrained.
it, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Atomic. What about you? What got you into like movies?
Oh, so there's two things that got me into movies. It was a cartoon movie. You know, it's Pixar. Was what I grew up on. Since I'm an early 2000s baby.
I agree with that.
The first movie I remember vividly watching, and it really got me into movies, was Finding Nemo. It was a movie that came out a year after I was born, so yes, that does date me, very young.
Good movie, though.
But it was a movie that stuck with me, and I even still today I love the movie. I enjoy it, and it's just
I'll hit him up. I'll hit him
got
up.
me into film. It got me into film because when I saw this, I was like, dude, this is what we can watch. And I started watching more movies, and it got me into movies like it got me to a lot of movies like Terminator and stuff like that. So,
Okay, I have a question for you, AP. Can you recite the address? Do you know what the address is? Do you remember the address?
Fuck, dude. Right now I can't remember it. Like I could, if you asked me like 2 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago, I
A27
could
Wallaby
say 'em.
Lane, Sydney, Australia.
Oh yeah. Man, that's embarrassing. I got to do better.
He's
I
over
gotta do
here
better,
saying the
Senator.
mantra that Dorothy
I gotta do
does.
better,
Just
Senator.
keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep
Just keep
swimming. Swimming.
Yeah.
What
about
do you
you,
do
Pat?
at the bottom of the sea? Sorry.
Okay, so
it's a good one.
I've told this story on the homies.
Well,
God
movies
knows
didn't
how many
exist in
times.
1600s when you were born, did they?
Fuck you. So my first experience with movies was going to the local drive-in. They had Made in Japan nights on Saturday nights. So my first
the
love
1300s?
is always going to be Ultraman, but my very first full-length feature movie was Godzilla versus Megalon. Was my very first.
It was caveman drawings.
It was my very it was my very first movie, and I saw I wasn't quite a year old when it came out because it came out in 75, but we didn't get it here until 76.
Mhm.
And I got to see it, and I fell in love. I fell in love with Godzilla. I think Godzilla was like the coolest thing ever. Big giant lizard roaming around fighting other monsters, and you had a giant robot in it that was his friend. And that
Jet
was Jack Jaguar.
Jaguar, Jet Jaguar, tiny Jaguar. The
Now,
fucking
like
Jet
Jake,
Jaguar
like the
theme.
question I asked Jake earlier was, so I never seen the original Godzilla, the 54 Godzilla,
Mhm.
until much later on
Right.
when I was
Mhm.
older, because my grandparents and my mom didn't want me to be scared of Godzilla because if y'all know in the original Godzilla, he was just
He don't give a
he
fuck.
was pure
force
evil.
of
Yep.
a force
Yeah,
of
he
God.
was
Genuine
evil.
force of evil and destruction.
All he was he just wanted to kill and destroy. That's all Godzilla was. And they didn't want to, break that onto me. But I finally got to watch it, and yes, I watched. I have both versions of it.
Yo, vagabond.
Now,
So far insane.
what really makes me love like movies and stuff like that, I just love the spectacle of certain movies. Like I love good dumb fun. Like
So
we
for
watched
you,
the
it's not the story; it's what the visuals
story
are for
can
you.
the story.
I mean, it can be,
an
but like that,
aspect of
if
it.
the visual is striking, you can deal with a bad story.
Yeah. Oh hell
Yep.
yeah! It's. I mean, hey, you guys know this. I'm 50 years old. I've seen a lot of fucking movies over
Only?
my lifetime, and for me, it's like I love movies like Godzilla. I love Ultraman. I mean, I love sword and sorcery. It's my niche. And for me,
Oh, shit.
I've always fuck you, Fetlaw.
You almost said vagabond.
Yeah. Well, he called
They're
Fetlaw
going back and forth.
Phantom
They're going-
on his show the other night.
True.
But for me, it's like I love movies. I mean, you guys have heard me in Discord. I could talk about movies all day long.
Mhm.
And for me, it's like being a kid, and at that young of age, not even a year old, getting to watch good movies. And it's like it's nostalgia and stuff like that. But I love movies. And there's movies I love that people hate, and there's movies that people love that I hate. That's just how it is with me.
Right.
which we'll get into that later, like movies I love
Yeah.
and hate.
Mhm.
For me, it was I've
Your
kind of
Colors?
No, it's not three. That came out years later. Thank you.
Years later.
Thank you very much.
For me, we've kind of discussed, like, my second question was going to be first movies that made an impact as you kids. So we've kind of already discussed that too. So I'm just going to add mine to it here, as well as discussing my background. When I was a kid, what movie first hit me was Batman '89. I remember going to theater. I was like, I don't want to watch this movie. I don't want to watch this movie. I don't care about this movie. 8 years old. I was born in the '80s. So I was like, I don't want to watch this movie. I don't care. There was something
Not
else
bad,
that was
not
on
bad.
that I wanted to watch. And then my parents were like, no, we're going to see this. I sat down and just Gotham being what it is. Yeah, locked in. Gotham being so noir.
Oh, yeah.
Batman.
He was
Keaton
his own
killed it as
character.
Batman.
Yeah, it had its personality. Which
Yeah, you had the city,
Absolutely.
you had the characters, and everyone blended with each other, and it was so good. The Batcave there
yeah.
was phenomenal. The music by Danny Elfman, just everything was just hitting me all at once.
And Prince.
And
And Prince.
and
Oh,
Prince,
dude.
and
Prince.
Prince, yeah.
Yep. Prince.
That started
such a
that-
good movie.
that did start my love for Prince. When Doves Cry did for there, but yeah, Prince being the soundtrack basically, and then the score and soundtrack. We were talking about that 2 weeks ago. Both of them were amazing for Batman. And it's just
Yeah.
like, I was just like, whoa. And of course, when I got home and let's go watch it again. We got to wait till it comes out to tape. Got to watch it again. We got to wait till it comes out to tape because we weren't a rich family. But that just, it drew me in. It made me love movies. So that was the first movie I remember buying as a kid. That's the first movie I remember like just having on my shelf. And it added from there. Ended up with like over 1,200 movies at one point. It's really caught with me that so much that I became actually I've been a cameraman for 3 feature films, gaffer and cameraman. No, I'm not doing that, Jake. I'm just saying, like, because of how much I love movies and what it built over the time, it made me want to be part of it. So I have I've never filmed one that I've written or anything like that, but I just love being involved in the process and just what it goes from there, and it's just phenomenal.
I respect that.
Like being the camera, being the one seeing the visual before y'all see it on screen is just like it's such a high for me.
Right on.
That was like for me. It's like back in the early 2000s. I literally made my own fan film of a movie
Did
I
you?
wrote myself.
Nice.
Yeah.
All
I don't
right.
have it anymore because the original tapes got destroyed. But it was me and my family.
Well,
basically.
I wrote 2 different films. I wrote a sequel to Highlander that I sent off to Davis Panzar, and they didn't. It never got reopened. And it's like, we cannot accept this. Da, 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 da. And then I wrote Willow 2: Return of Bad Morta, and sent that to Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm sent me the nicest kiss off letter back. So I got a letter that says,
so nice.
like, you suck, or we can't accept anything. We appreciate you sending the script. So they did open it and check it was a script, but they said, we appreciate that Lucasfilm. And
All right.
We appreciate it, but you're terrible.
basically, it's like, we're not going to take your crap. And they didn't, because that new show sucked.
I'd say
Would have been better.
I'd say for me, I don't have any legitimate experience in the field, unfortunately. The most experience I do have, that it's a little combination of like working in theater, both in middle school and in high school, like not just doing the
Oh.
acting part, but also doing a backstage crew as well too. Because when I was in high school, I was a little nervous about wanting to join the theater stuff there because it was all musicals. They didn't do any like regular dramas or comedies of the sorts. It was all musicals. And I, like, for the life of me, I felt that my singing voice wasn't all that great. But what was it? My band teacher brought me to a chorus class one day at me actually try and sing. and they told me you need to join chorus. You got to actually do it. So I did it for my senior year. We were doing Spam-A-Lot. Finally decided to act.
Nice.
I went for King Arthur. They gave me Patsy, but you know what? I grabbed everybody's attention as Patsy anyways. And even after that, I helped one of my buddies out on a short film he was making for a project in his high school class. Like I had some of the experience and I had the eye for like making film and whatnot. Hell, it was getting to a point where I almost took over his project.
Tensions are flaring.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. If you've got that, people will, like, I've noticed that too. Like if you show the love for it you have, people will get jealous and will get upset. It's like it's like, oh, that's great, but let's try this. It's like, why are you trying to mess with my vision? Stop.
Right. Right.
And it's like sometimes they're right to do that. We've had movies where that's completely what it's needed, and then we've had movies where the producer stepping in was the best thing for it.
Yes.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. I agree.
Oh yeah. I think best example that comes to mind for me, Empire Strikes Back, when like they were trying to change the lines for when Han Solo was about to be frozen in carbonite, and they just go, "I love you, I know," and that's it. They finished it right there. There's like, okay, let's rewrite it. Have him say, "I love you too."
That was,
like, no,
that was
doing that.
Dude, that was just Harrison.
Yes.
Dude, that's just Harrison Ford like telling the dudes like Han would not say "I love you" back.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they understood it. Irvin Kushner understood it. He understood the assignment that he got. So, you know, he told George Lucas, look, I get what you're trying to make. Sit the fuck down. Let me do it. I know how to do this as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
I wish you would do that now.
Honestly.
Oh
yeah. So go like Star Wars. We all love Star Wars and we hate the current version of it. So let's go into that. What movie, like we saw the movies that were good. What movie do you feel in your case is a movie people love, maybe enjoy at least, maybe not love, but that you find it's overrated? Like you don't understand how people love this movie so much. Is there one that just kind of resonates with you? That's like, I've seen this. I don't know why people love it so much. And I'll be honest with you. For me, it's Titanic. I enjoy the movie. I understand what people love about it, but it's just like, you thought the same. It's just it was the hype for exactly. It's the hype for the final scene, which is amazing. The boat collapsing is amazing.
Yeah, which is like which is like half of the movie, by the way. The boat collapsing.
Yeah,
I get it.
But I never cared about Leonardo DiCaprio back then. I didn't care about Kate Winslet. I liked back then because I liked her in a stupid movie called The King.
Hey, you got to see her tits in that movie. That's the only good thing about the movie.
It didn't matter to me. That didn't matter. The characters just seemed one-noted, and I was just like, I don't get what people love about this movie. So much to the point that in the theater with a girlfriend when I went and saw it, when Jack dies in the water, I stood up and went, yes! And like everybody around me stared me down. All the girls around me stared me down. The guys were kind of laughing.
The guys were like,
all the girls were like,
brother,
damn you
ass.
My girlfriend was funny though. She's like, I get you.
So Campia is pretty much we're all the walking meme of like, he didn't cry during Titanic. Does he have a heart?
Yeah.
And then, I was like, really? This is what we're getting?
Yeah.
I think for me,
dropped the novel.
It is. Look, Dark Knight Rises is boo-boo ass cheeks. It's garbage.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's not good. And I'm with Kreese. I don't see how people like it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think for me, a movie that was like overhyped, but it was just meh, was Johnny Depp, What's Eating Gilbert Grape for me.
I disagree. I really like that movie.
Well, I mean, for me, it's like, I mean,
why do you think it's overrated?
Fight.
Well, it's because Leonardo DiCaprio, he played a retarded kid, and it was hyped because of his playing that character. Don't take me wrong, I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the movie. I just think the movie was just, it was overhyped.
It took you out of the movie. Well, that's Titanic too. That's the midst of Leonardo DiCaprio hype. He did another one. Did you know he did another one called Marvin's Room, where he was also playing
Wait, he did it twice? I didn't know
he did it. He did it twice.
Phantom, let me ask you something real quick. Do you watch American Dad at all?
Yeah, I've watched it.
Because there's one like a little B plot that occurs where you
Oh,
have
the
squirrels.
damn rats.
Yeah,
Oh,
squirrels, but
squirrels,
it's basically
squirrels,
just
yeah.
it's just the rehash
Yeah.
of what's eating Gilbert
Yeah.
Grape and everything, right? That like when I watched it, I was like, so is this how the actual movie kind of goes? Is this pretty much what it is?
Well,
Kind of,
the-
yeah.
the thing for me is like I have a family member that has what he has, and that he's the same way.
Okay,
So
all right.
it's like for me, it's like there's this movie was everywhere. It was when it finally went to home media. It was played all the time, and I got to watch it. And I'm like, hey, this is pretty good. But then, as you see it so many times, it's like, God, this movie is not as. Yeah, I recently went back and watched it probably a couple weeks ago, just for the hell of it, because it was free on YouTube, and I went back and watched it. And I'm like, yeah, it's not as good as it used to be for me.
I kind of agree with you, Phantom. Like I don't feel that way with Gilbert Grape because that was before. But I have I have someone in my family that's autistic, and there was a movie Sia made called Music. And when watching that, it really just kind of hit wrong. I was like, this feels so odd.
It's not right.
After
But
being
I
around
do
the
have,
family.
like,
So I can see that.
I think like with Titanic, I've told this story in Discord privately, but a lot of you guys know I had an abusive ex-wife, and we got Titanic, and she watched it, and I'm like, why do you want to watch this movie? The boat sinks. I spoiled it.
Shit.
I mean,
Apparently she wasn't a history buff.
Dude. I said that. Yeah, I've said that she literally beat the hell out of me because I spoiled it, and I'm like, yeah, the boat sinks.
She didn't know the boat sank.
I was gonna say it's like this is like everybody knows the boat sank if you know history, but
Well,
shit.
and in Fancy's defense, we are in the lower South area, so education is a bit lower here.
But I think a movie that people like another movie that people overhyped that was just awful was The Godfather Part 3. There's a lot of people that love The Godfather Part 3, but for me, that movie is trash.
I have to disagree. That movie is. Go ahead.
What?
It's not the best.
Just yet.
Dude, it's not the best of the trilogy. It's not.
Parts 1 and 2 are fantastic, I would say, but I haven't seen 3 yet, so I can't really make a comparison.
Dude,
but I've read the script. It doesn't really sound all that fun.
Dude, when you have Al Pacino said that he fucking did just for the paycheck, he did not want to come back to the series, you know the movie is awful.
Well,
I mean, literally when he's dude. That line that he says when I thought I was out, they drugged me back in.
Yeah, okay.
He literally put that in the movie because he didn't want to be there. He did not want to be.
3 was made for Sofia Coppola. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the thing that I heard about.
And it's like he got sent a woman because of that movie, and he got his Oscar. So good. He got his Oscar.
He's been locked in Son of a Woman ever since.
Yeah.
God damn it, Jake.
Damn. and dude, and another movie that got overhyped that was just awful was the third Matrix movie.
Yeah, I have to.
The trilogy itself, man. The first one was so good, and the second one had great action, but the story was not there to continue. It really wasn't.
Yep. To be fair, I will say for the third one, that last fight between Neo and Smith, like it's
like Goku versus Vegeta up there.
Exactly. Yes. Like that shit was absolutely amazing. And yeah, you see the Wachowski brothers, and yes, I'm saying Wachowski brothers. You notice that they obviously were inspired by like a whole bunch of anime, especially considering that before that you had the in-between film, The Animatrix, which is also really good too.
Oh, The Animatrix. I agree there. That was a good thing. But they couldn't land it. That fight was good, but the rest of the movie is just like, why?
Right.
Patriot, you think of one?
I
mean, if you can't, if you can't, that's fine.
Man, I
that's a good thing. It means you've not seen no bad movies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've seen some bad movies. I just the movies I've seen are bad or widely received.
Everybody calls,
I can't think of any right now. I was just looking to see if I could think of something. I scrolled to like 300 movies in the last like 10
I'll give you a hot take, Phantom. I think Godfather 1 is so much better than Godfather 2.
What?
I do.
Oh,
I
okay,
like
you said
Godfather
something.
1.
I,
Godfather
One was
2
so
was
good.
Godfather 2 was a good prequel, but I mean, there was just a lot in it that just like I don't fucking care. I don't care about him being in Italy before he comes to America. That I would rather see where he's here already and the moments where he's like, okay, you're the boss of bosses in this. Now, Robert De Niro was good in that movie, even though he's a leftist lunatic now.
yeah.
But for me, it's always
That's
gonna
an
be,
understatement.
dude. It's always gonna be Brando. Brando
Marlon
made that
Brando,
fucking
yeah.
first movie, hands down. I mean, Al Pacino was good in that movie, but without Brando, I don't think that movie would have been as good as it was, in my opinion. And this is him in his twilight of his career at this point, and he was like making a comeback with this movie. And we could do a whole episode about the behind the scenes bullshit that happened
dude.
making The Godfather,
Right.
especially with Brando. Right? It's like that movie right there is like in my top 10. Hell, it's in my top 5 greatest movies of all time.
Well, let's not spoil it now.
I
Yeah.
can't say that. Honestly,
minute.
I like The Godfather, but I can't say that. There's so many
Well, I
other
mean,
ones that came along,
there's
but
other stuff.
it's a damn good movie though.
I
I'd
mean,
put it as top 10 for me.
Was it Robert Kahn? That's his name, right?
Oh, James Caan.
James
Caan.
Caan.
James Caan.
James Caan. His death in that movie was phenomenal.
That's
You know?
that's Sonny, right? He played
Yeah,
Sonny, correct?
Sonny,
Yeah, that
yeah.
scene
Yeah.
was that was a good one. That was a really
And
good
you
scene.
also have to think, if it wasn't for The Godfather, we would have never got The Untouchables later on in the 80s, dude.
No, that I agree on. The Untouchables I absolutely love. Brian De
And,
Palma
and I
making
agree
that
with
film.
that. Scarface.
Honestly,
Beautiful.
See, do
I
you?
do
Because
agree
I
with
think
Kreese.
Scarface is the best. I think Scarface
It's a
is
great
better than The
movie.
Godfather.
I think it's a great
Dude.
movie, but I
I
actually
couldn't see
like
the appeal.
sat down and locked in to watch it like
I
last
actually,
year.
you guys just
And it
reminded me.
went by
I could not
so
see the appeal.
fast, and so much happened so quickly. I was like, "That's it."
Okay,
So,
I'll give you
Hold,
that.
like,
hold on,
dude.
AP.
So
I think AP made his choice now. What is it?
yeah, I think Scarface is my choice. It's controversial, but I could not get into it. I watched it, and I was
Dude.
just like, what? I don't see the appeal. Maybe I have to watch it again. I'll admit, maybe I have to watch it again. But
You fucking cockroach.
Dude, I remember
that
when
reference.
I remember when they aired that on national television, not realizing how many times Tony Montana said "fuck" in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
I will say
And
one of my
cocksucker.
favorite lines
And
Yeah.
is when they're in
Oh,
front of
And
the
they,
cam,
dude,
and someone goes up
they
to Tony and
they
says,
aired it. They aired it in full without bleeping out. That movie was the reason why they literally had to censor movies on TV. Was because of Godfather. I think it was over 30 times he said "fuck" in that movie, and
Dude,
they
it
were
was a lot.
scrambling,
Oh yeah.
scrambling because of that.
But see, that's the
Dude,
thing about Scarface, though.
I'll
I'll give it
say
over
this.
to Godfather. The Godfather has a cohesive story, but it's a slow story. I
Right.
enjoy the heavier pace, the quicker pace of Scarface.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm
I
the
love them
chainsaw in
both.
the
They both
bathroom
fucking
scene.
great
I'd like to
movie.
elaborate.
Dude, the
I'm not-
chainsaw in the
I'm not
bathroom scene
saying-
was fucking good.
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
was.
gonna say that Scarface is a bad movie. I
Right.
just I
Well,
couldn't
no,
get into it.
this is your individual.
Like,
yeah. You just couldn't
like,
get into it, which that's me
I
in
tried
horror.
watching
Like
it. I
horror
tried
movies,
watching
I
it,
don't
and I
get
just-
into like most
well,
people
that's
do.
okay.
Just
So
a
here's
little-
the thing: I can't get into most gangster movies. Like I cannot get into most like. And I'm not saying they're bad movies. I've watched a Godfather and I saw all this stuff, but I'm just like I can't do it. There are a few exceptions. Like
Well,
you know, I
there's
get
a gore
Tulsa King.
factor. There was a gore factor to Scarface.
Right.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
well,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
also another reason. I'm like maybe over top.
Well,
and
it's a coke binge
Yeah.
of a movie. That's what it is.
Yeah, for real.
Well,
It's a
the
coke
guy
binge.
that made the
Written while
movie was
people are on
definitely on coke when
They
he
owned while
fucking
people
made
on
the
coke,
movie.
acted while
whole
people were on
like
coke.
a whole mountain of it.
Say hello to my little friend.
a little
Dude.
side bit of information with that movie is that like my old job where I used to work at, I worked with this Arab guy who was my boss and everything, and he would say my last
specify as an
name.
Arab guy.
He would say yes, I did, because he had like an accent to it, right? The way that he would say my last name, like my actual last name, he'd pronounce it wrong, so he calls me Sosa, literally the Colombian dude in freaking Scarface, right? So you just call me Sosa instead. And then like that's when I just turn around and I tell him, I ain't no fucking cockroach, man. I'm no fucking cockroach. Just tell him right then. He dies of laughter from that.
The Colombian comes out of Ronin.
Yeah, but the one thing, also if you look at Scarface, we would, dude. If we didn't have Scarface, we would have never had Vice City. GTA Vice City.
True.
Yeah, Scarface.
Well, a lot of these gangster movies would not be as big as they are.
Yeah.
Like there's some underrated ones and there's some overrated ones. And then of course we got Mafia, if you remember that, the spoof of it.
Yeah. Mafia's
Leslie Nielsen.
A spoof of the Godfather. It's a spoof of Casino, spoof of like just a bunch of these mob and gangster movies.
Oh,
it's hilarious.
I know another overrated fucking movie, Casino. Good movie, but dude, it was
too long, but I can't say overrated.
I like it.
It was literally Goodfellas, but in Vegas for me.
Goodfellas.
I'm like,
I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. Yeah.
I can see it. Yeah.
So we got overrated. Let's go back. Let's lead to is there any movies you can think of that are underrated that you think more people should watch? And again, I'll give you my example, which some people may know, some people may not. A movie called Way of the Gun, starring Ryan Phillippe and Benicio del Toro. It's two criminals trying to make it through a day, and all kinds of things happen around them. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's like their day is just goes to shit straight out, and this movie's following them trying to just get away. And it is shot beautifully. It's got some great action scenes, some great like partner conversation scenes, and it just really doesn't get talked about like it should.
Oh, I definitely got one.
Yeah,
What do you find? What do you find?
Underrated movie that a lot more people need to see. Crawl.
I don't think it's underrated, but I do think a lot of people have not seen it.
It is underrated.
So?
You know why?
Point,
because
I think people know.
It was Star Wars that literally killed the box office. It was Return of the Jedi that killed the momentum of this movie in 1983.
100%. Oh, yeah. Cruel was such a good movie.
I love, dude.
It's got great music too.
I love Return of the Jedi, but Crow was the better movie. Crow was the better movie for me. It was the better movie, and I love Return of the Jedi, but Crow was the better movie. The story was way fucking better. The special effects were good. I mean, dude, I love this movie, and and the thing was,
Kreese said Batman Forever.
Yeah. Well, no.
Oh, yeah.
That's an interesting choice, I'll say.
He said overrated. I'm sorry.
No, overhated.
Overhated.
He
said overhated.
His comment says it's overhated. Well, so he's saying it's like it's good, but a lot of people seem to hate it. And that was around the time when Joel Schumacher basically.
I think people hate it just because it's popular to hate it. I think that is a part of the reason why people hate it.
I think it's also because it's slowly connected to like Batman and Robin, and just about everybody despises Batman and Robin, which I don't understand because I kind of do like Batman and Robin myself. It's not my underrated film for me because like it's good, but I understand why people don't like it. It's a little goofy, but it's probably why.
The little scream that they would make. The little scream that they make. Yeah. The God, what was this? The Beast's minions called?
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember.
Slayers. The Slayers.
Say what you want, though. Can we just all appreciate the Wilhelm scream in movies?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, the most
I don't
popular.
feel like anymore.
I feel like
they don't do that anymore.
They rarely use it now. It's so disappointing.
No.
Shame.
The last time it was actually used in a movie was Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Was the last time the Wilhelm scream was used?
No, I would disagree because Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was 2008. I remember hearing it in Man of Steel. I do remember hearing it in Man of Steel. There's the one scene where they're on the plane carrying Superman's pod, and then the one dude's just like, Miss Lane, get away from there.
You're right.
Boom,
you're right.
Feyor through the plane. He's flying out with the Wilhelm scream.
It's definitely not used as much.
No, by
definitely not used. It's oftentimes nowadays it's more used.
It even got used in The Force Awakens, if you remember. There was a scene in Force Awakens where
got
thrown out of
that's where it was
you're right.
It was in a recent Star Wars movie. I remember that.
It's fitting they use it in a Star Wars movie because they've been using it throughout almost all the Star Wars movies.
Now, there's another movie that's part of my list, and it's the Will Chamberlain. Not Will Chamberlain, but it's his movies with
Oh, Richard Chamberlain.
the it's the Alan Quartermain movies from the
Oh,
80s.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Stone.
I enjoy the
They,
remakes.
So these movies right here were like underrated, and they tanked. But these are good movies. Like the second one, Alan Quartermain, Lost Seas of Gold, had freaking James Earl Jones in the fucking movie. I talked about this after his death. He was in that movie. He played an Indian African king in the movie.
Yeah.
And these movies were like really good at the time. It's like there's
Well, I mean, Phantom, since you're going into it, let's just go ahead and start there. We're going to go into the top movies, our favorites. So
yeah.
go ahead and discuss that if you want to go
right.
into yours.
Okay, so
Will Chamberlain.
He was able to make
I know
Conan the
his name-
Destroyer.
He was doing other stuff. Scored
You
100
know-
points for
you
the
know-
Sixers, baby. Woo!
Mo, you owe us. We got you the job with Jay, so shut up. Okay,
Fight.
this one right here. I love Alan Quartermain. He's like one of my favorite characters from literature.
King Solomon's Mines is a great book.
Yeah. And he was Indiana Jones before Indiana Jones was ever created. And they based this is not like the first movie they've ever done about him. They've done other movies before, but when it comes to like this movie right here, first movie Sharon Stone was ever in, and she was uncredited in the movie. In the original movie poster, she's not even the girl on the poster.
Oh,
It's
just
another
some
woman.
chick. Some
Yeah.
chick.
Another movie of mine that I love was your Hunter of the Future. And so this is post-apocalyptic. It has Red Brown in it as the main character, and
Yeah,
it's a cool little twist. In this movie, starts off. He's fighting dinosaurs, so Earth has gone back to the Stone Age. You think it's the Stone Age? They fight dinosaurs instead, and there's a hell of a twist at the end of the movie. It's a hell of a twist at the end of the movie. It goes from dinosaurs to Star Wars. You just have to watch it to see it.
I'm gonna put this movie on the list because this already grabs my attention.
I gotta
Yeah.
watch
It was
this one.
interesting.
I gotta watch
It
it.
was B movie, but it was definitely fun to watch.
And it has a killer soundtrack. It's got
It
killer
did have a good
soundtrack.
soundtrack. Yeah, it did
just
have a good
based off
soundtrack.
of the sound of it, where it's like Earth's regressing back to the Stone Age, but there's the future and whatnot.
This
kind
is
of
after
reminds me
nuclear.
of,
Okay, so this is after nuclear war. This is based off a comic book, by the way. It's based off a comic book.
See, there used to be there was an
Yeah.
animated pilot that Adult Swim did for a show where it's something similar. They combine elements of Yore and combine elements of Conan. It's called Korgoth of
Mhm.
Barbaria, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
God, and I wish Adult Swim actually picked it up into a show because the pilot was absolutely hilarious. It was great. The best part, Diedrich Bader does the voice of Korgoth. God, he's such a great actor.
And
So
now
I
you
love
people
Diedrich
see
Bader.
why he's Conan in the thumbnail.
Now,
Yep.
now, a lot of you guys know I love sword and sorcery movies. So I showed this clip in Discord Friday night after we watched The Villain, which The Villain is a great fucking movie, and these guys love
It really is. It's fun.
Sword and the Sorcerer. So this is early 80s.
It's in the name.
Nice.
And this movie is really good because the dude has a
way.
3-bladed sword. It's
Yeah.
a 3-bladed sword. The 2 blades on the outside shoot from it.
All you
That was
Shadowversity fans can leave the practicality discussion out of it for now.
Fuck
That's what
Shad!
we're here for. That's what we're here
Fuck
for.
Shad!
I-
I'll tell you, I watched that video, and Shad can
I'll
go
say this.
fuck himself for that one.
I'll say I can understand Shad. I can
didn't know
understand
it's
Shad's
targeting- I
reasoning.
didn't-
Oh
Sorry,
man.
I can understand Shad's reasoning because I'm that same way when it comes to guns in movies and gunplay.
Well,
I
see,
am very much like
I'm a
And in
sword,
Australia,
I'm,
that's all I
Yeah,
got.
this-
I'm a
this-
sword
this-
collector.
Gotta let
I
him
have
have
a, I have a lot of different swords, but I feel the same way Phantom does. If it's enjoyable, you got to let the practicality stay to the side as long
Yeah,
as it's
yeah.
enjoyable.
Must be
Now-
where I get my height from.
Now you guys know I do love
Damn,
Star Wars,
Grease.
but before Star Wars, my first love was Star Trek.
Yeah.
I love Star Trek.
Ooh, all right.
Star
all right.
Trek.
I have the Star Trek movies, and
Hot take: I've never seen the original series or the movies, except for
Neither
two.
have I.
Except for
Have you
two.
seen
I did
TNG?
watch. I've
I've
seen
seen Next
TNG.
Generation, and I
I've seen
prefer Next
everything.
Generation
I've seen
over.
everything after. I've just never
Okay.
watched the original series or the original
Honestly,
five.
yeah.
My
Five or six
exposure to
movies.
prefer
Star
Next
Trek,
Generation.
my exposure
prefer
to
Next
Star
Generation
Trek, and this might rustle some feathers and ruffle some jimmies, was the what are they called? The J.J. Abrams films.
The remake ones, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, the
I like them.
Kelvin timeline films.
The first
I
one
like
was
okay,
good.
They
so-
call
I
it.
like the first one.
The
I
first
like-
one's
I like the
good.
first
It
one.
is. I do kind of enjoy it, and the fact that it's like a nice blend of what Star Trek was,
Mhm.
along with some of the modern
Yeah,
action stuff. That's the reason
futurizing
why
it,
I'm
yeah.
able to catch on to it.
I think
Yeah.
what pissed me off with the second one is that they completely broke the lore. I mean,
They-
if
It was
if
obvious
Kirk
who was-
if they
it was
could
Khan.
like
It was
obvious.
save Kirk from radiation, why the fuck couldn't
Yeah.
they done that in Wrath of Khan with fucking
Yeah.
Spock, for Christ's sake?
And the
Yeah,
way that
also,
they
yeah.
handled
Implications.
Khan in that movie too was probably the most botched way they could do it.
Oh, completely.
Yeah, but
And I-
Benedict
and I love
Cumberbatch
it.
was
He was
a
a good
good
choice.
Khan.
No, he
Oh,
was
he
good.
was
I love
good.
He did a
Benedict
great
Cumberbatch.
job. He did a
the
But-
great
story
job.
was the bad
Just-
part of two.
Yeah,
Now,
Mhm.
also I love Super
Yeah, yeah,
Sentai. I love Kamen Rider and Ultraman. So
Mm-hmm.
here's an Indonesian film, and if Wade Faber's here, we've talked about this in Discord. It's Super Inframan.
man.
From me.
I think I've heard of this one actually.
I've
I
not
remember
seen this one at
Looks
all,
like Super
so-
Sentai Superman.
Yeah. So
Best one
basically, it's Indonesian, and it blends Ultraman, Kamen Rider, and Super Sentai into one movie. It's hokey as hell. It's cheesy as hell. But I saw this as a kid back in '83, and I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. Also,
Yes, Ebola.
Like
We
it-
know he's Filipino. They just discussed an Indonesian movie. Have you seen a map before? Indonesia and the Philippines are right next to each other.
and
Anyways, sorry.
and- well, I know that fucking Ebola, Jesus Christ! But me and him talked about this. We talked about this movie more than me and you have. and you're black. Now I also love Roger Corman films,
Oh,
and
dude.
one of
Shut
my
up.
favorite Roger Corman films of all time is Battle Beyond the Stars.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Magnificent Seven in space.
Dude, the models.
I
the
gotta
models in
watch
That'll
that
be
one.
on the stars.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that
a good
was-
one
yeah.
They're
too.
really good.
That is one I have not seen, so I gotta watch that one.
Now, also like for me, like I said, I love Ultraman. Like the first Ultraman I ever bought was the '66 series of Ultraman, but my first feature-length movie is Ultraman Gaia, Dyna, and Tiga Battle of Hyperspace, which is on YouTube. English dub is really good. This is a good movie. First movie with 3 Ultraman together, and I love Ultraman because we definitely go do an
Do this
Ultraman
one, I mean,
episode.
do they all point at each other?
No,
Like, I'm Ultraman. There you go.
no. I mentioned this. I mentioned this movie. I mentioned this movie with our watch party, and this is 1980s, The Lone Ranger.
Mhm.
Oh, the '80s version. Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd is the
so,
bad guy in this movie.
I'm gonna say
Christopher
this, but like
Lloyd.
I want to segue back to the Star Trek topic of J.J. Abrams. I just remember something.
Mm.
One thing I did love about the films is when they had future Spock in it.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. That
really
was
annoying.
such
like Leonard Nimoy actually being.
That was-
Future Spock
yeah.
cool.
That
Yeah,
And you
was
could tell there was
perfect.
reverence. Reverence.
There
towards
was
him
love
whenever
for
he
the
was on set.
character. That was
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
I love that scene. That's still like one of my favorite scenes
Now-
in that whole trilogy,
There's a little
which
thing
I didn't even
about
know was a
that.
trilogy. Honestly,
Yeah, I
Learn-
forget
learn-
about that one all the time.
Leonard Nimoy talked to J.J. Abrams and said, "Look, if you're gonna do these movies, and if you want me to be part of it, these movies are gotta be right. You can't break
Yeah.
nothing. You can't break
Which is-
nothing." And
which is why he wasn't in the third one.
well, he died before he was ever in the
Was
third.
it, did he
Yeah.
die for the third one?
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He
he
died
died
between the
before
second and
Yeah.
third one.
unfortunately.
I couldn't remember.
which sucks.
So-
Like, he was a legend.
I
Oh,
mean,
yes.
I like Star Wars is. I mean, Star Trek has done time travel before in the
Oh, yeah.
series, in
Right.
all the
Oh, yeah.
series, and this
It's very
with
common
Spock
with it.
and Spock trying to save the Romulans and ends up causing a time rift and you had this Romulan guy come through, and he's just like he wants to destroy everything, and they rewrite stuff. I'm fine with it. I think those movies were good. The second one, I mean, they broke the lore a little bit with Khan, but still.
It was still
But
good.
that
though.
third
It was
one,
still
I
decent.
like the third one because it was just good, dumb fun.
Oh, I could not stand
The third one is spectacle. It's more spectacle than anything
which is
else.
I get you.
That's
Okay,
what I
that's
like.
what he
They're
loves.
playing
keep forgetting about
Sabotage
the
by the
third one.
Beastie Boys while they're uploading
I
viruses.
mean,
Yeah.
they're literally
Ride motorcycles.
dude, they're literally
Yeah.
using that original Enterprise type ship to surf those creatures while they're playing that. I'm like, damn, that's fun as hell. Now, Mo might know this movie, but I love Roddy Piper. Probably one of my favorite
Roddy
wrestling
Piper.
actors. He did
Oh.
it right. Hell Comes to Frogtown.
Totally underrated. Totally
kinda
underrated.
looks
Oh,
like you.
very underrated film. Very underrated.
Roddy Piper himself, like They Live, with the exception of They Live,
Yeah,
They
he
Live.
had like 4 or 5 movies that just he would have been a good action actor if they'd have gave him a chance in a bigger movie.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
If at the time he was like 6 inches taller, he would have had it.
Oh, completely.
He absolutely would have had it.
Now,
I am here.
I showed
to
this.
kick
I showed this
ass
to
and
Campia.
chew bubblegum.
I
Come
showed
on,
this to
all out of
Campia.
gum.
Now, a lot of people don't know about this movie, but this is a comedy cop movie from the late 70s, early 80s, where a cop gets superpowers, and basically his kryptonite is the color red. He can't see. If he sees red, he loses his powers. It's called Hot Fuzz.
Which is actually a pretty decent
Super
movie.
Fuzz.
Super Fuzz.
Super Fuzz.
Super Fuzz. Super
Super
Hot
Fuzz.
Fuzz is
Yeah. Hot Fuzz is
This
the
movie right
Also
here,
cop movie.
this movie,
Oh yeah.
this
Both-
movie was
both good
funny
movies.
as hell.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
This,
Well, I mean,
this movie
I've
is
not seen
funny
this
as hell.
one, so I've seen Hot Fuzz, but I've not seen Super Fuzz.
Now, I have to recommend. So this guy was in a movie. He was in a cowboy flick because so they did like the Italian movies. So he was in an Italian film called Trinity Still My Name. It's called the Trinity series, and his name is Trinity. And in the movie Trinity Still My Name, he comes across this family that's on a wagon train, and there's a baby that got into a big huge pot of beans, and the baby farts throughout the movie. It's hilarious.
Oh
as hell.
God.
Fart humor.
That's
Got it.
great.
Phantom loves
That's
fart
great.
humor.
when done right, it's funny as shit. No pun intended.
Now, I
think
start
you
off.
can-
I start off with my very first favorite movie, Godzilla versus Megalon. But there's also another kaiju that came from the land of the rising sun, which is also my favorite, and I think he can like overstep Godzilla from time to time.
Baby
And that's
Godzilla.
Gamera.
Oh.
That's
Baby
Gamera.
Guardian of the universe, friend of all children.
Yep.
Yep.
Gamera was
And
a
there's-
fun one. What was the
Did-
second one? The second one with him and what
Gauss.
Mecha does it? Yeah, that one was really fun
Gauss.
to watch.
Gauss.
Gauss.
Yeah, Gamera. So Gamera was I can't remember the studio that did Gamera, but they were
Daiei.
like
It
head to
was
head with
Daiei.
Toho. Daiei.
Mhm.
And literally they sabotaged Gamera because Godzilla was the
Was the king of the monsters.
Literally
He's
the king of the
monsters.
monsters. Yep.
Literally, yeah.
and they've always tried to get the rights to have Godzilla face Gamera forever.
Never had.
And in Green Room, me and Ronan was talking about
I would've
the
loved to seen that.
Heisei Gamera movies
Yes.
were phenomenal. It was the start of the Guardian of the Universe, and those 3 movies were cohesive. So one movie led into the other and led into the third film. Unlike the Heisei Godzilla, which could be considered
there's
cohesive,
there's nods to like continuity, but it's not like a direct continuation. Whereas with the Heisei Gamera trilogy, you have Gamera Guardian of the Universe. It's starts off with the Gauss, then you have Advent of Legion. It continues on there with a new monster coming in.
Iris.
And then Revenge of Edis or Awakening of Edis. It kind of has like multiple titles, the third one, but they bring the Gauss back, and then they have a new prototype Gauss Edis, and it's amazing. Yeah. Plus,
And
here's
then
another little quick nod too.
And Gamera the Brave. Gamera the Brave.
Gamera the
very
Brave.
last
I don't remember
one.
that one.
That one came
Is-
out in the Millennium era.
Yep.
I think it was 2006.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't actually Gamera in that film. It was Gamera's son called Toto.
Well, it
But
was
he
his.
fought-
It was his reincarnation. He was reborn. He was
Okay, right.
reincarnated.
But he fights a cool Tyrannosaur, Carnosaur looking kind of monster in that one that was called Zetus. And he was really cool. They even showed Zetus
Scary,
literally
too.
eating people too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was scary as hell. And the thing was, it went back to the roots of Gamera's, the Guardian of the Universe and Guardian of Children, the protector of children in that movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Gamera for me, so like Gamera started off like Godzilla. He started off as a bad guy, more misunderstood than evil.
Yeah.
And he was frozen. Atomic testing woke him up after how many
Atomic Patriot
years he
testing.
was frozen in ice and he just did not know the new world. And they send him up into space, and he comes back, and he literally fights. And even the original Gamera movies were a cohesive line of movies, unlike Godzilla, because Godzilla, people say, okay, the Godzillas were cohesive movies. No, the fuck they wasn't.
It was almost
they
a new continuity every single time. The
Yeah.
only time you saw any cohesion was, I would say, somewhere around
85 to 1980. Return of Godzilla and Biollante were the only two movies that were actually sequels to each other.
You see it as early as like the Mechagodzilla films, Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, and then Terror of Mechagodzilla. There you see the cohesion occur, and then you start actually seeing a connected universe with the Heisei films. But yeah, that took almost 10 years, 15 years for them to actually do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's so many varieties of Godzilla freaking now.
Hell, it got, it got to a point that you had so many different suits.
We're getting into it now.
Right,
We need to go this
What?
for
We
next
got to
week.
wait for next week.
That's true.
Well,
that's true.
But no,
Phantom, is that your last movie?
there are that's my last one, but there are two movies that are honorable mentions I don't have.
Oh, okay.
So there were a set of movies. It was called Message from Space, which was 1980.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've seen that one.
And this one, so this one was a derivative. It was Toho wanting a Star Wars-esque movie.
Yes.
And in this movie, there was this planet that were like being invaded by these aliens, and they sent out these little like walnuts that were go out for like people to be chosen to come. It's like Samurai in space type deal. And they had a ship that so they had 3 ships and combined them into one ship, and it had 2 satellite fighters that would launch from it. And they had a ship that looked like a galleon that they would fly in the movie. It was really good. And another one was Orochi, the 8-headed dragon. It is also made by Toho, and a lot of the people if you guys ever see Godzilla 2000, you remember the main bad guy that Godzilla crushes at the end of the movie?
Orga.
He's in that movie, but he plays a god in the movie that comes back to Earth.
Oh, I gotta look that up.
Okay.
Ooh, I gotta look up Orochi then. Ooh, that sounds
And
great.
the guy that played the original first Kamen Rider, he's in that movie. He makes a small cameo. It's
Nice.
a real good sword and sorcery movie from Japan. It's based off of Japanese mythology. It's a real good
Yeah,
deal.
the 7-headed serpent Orochimaru. Yeah.
Definitely got to put that on the list.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Going forward,
Yeah.
Jake, you want to go next?
Of my top 5 favorite, not necessarily, or my top 5 movies.
The ones you enjoy a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think a couple of these might be cheating because they're a series of movies, but I like to look at them as like one long movie. But I guess we'll just start with one that I mentioned earlier, Terminator 2.
Oh, yeah.
Terminator 2, it was, as far as
Such a good
I
movie.
can remember, it was the first movie that I ever sat down and watched. And the reason it's up there for me is because every subsequent time I've watched it in my over 30 years of living, it's held up the same. It's never disappointed me. I've never been like, this is boring. Let's just kind of fast forward. Let's get to a good part. Or, nah, I don't want to finish right now.
It's one of the
Every
greatest
time I
action
watch
films
it,
ever. Yeah.
It's one of the greatest action films ever.
It's so
Every time I
it's so
watch
good.
it, I have to finish it. I love that movie so much. So many things are quotable in it. Obviously, Come With Me If You Want to Live, which Kyle Reese obviously said it in the first movie. I know it's kind of like cheesy, but I do like the relationship between John Connor and the T-800. I like, that he's kind of like teaching
don't
him
feel
how to
bad,
just,
Jake. Me and you are the
you know.
only two that actually are some kind of like romantics around here in this group.
Hey, there we go. There we go. Somebody's on my side.
I've
I'll
got a
say
love story in my list, so thank you.
Terminator 2 is one of the few exceptions where the sequel is way better than the first one.
I would have to agree.
Well,
the
I
first
mean,
one
Aliens.
is great, but I do think the sequel.
Aliens.
Oh no,
is
I agree. I agree. Like, but my
Rocky
point is,
2.
it's one of the few exceptions. There's like there's so many sequels that nowadays, and most of them are just mediocre, if
He's
anything,
right, yeah.
compared to
you're
compared
not
to
wrong.
this.
I agree.
Next up,
Absolutely.
Jake.
Oh, let's see.
Bless you.
So
Bless you.
the next one that I have written down, and this might be something that we touch on later, a little bit later in the year, because there's not much left. But Christmas Vacation, another movie that is or
Way better
was
was a bit
or
of
is
exaggeration.
always, on the television around the time of Christmas. And it's another movie that once, doesn't matter if I, back in the day, if I like flip to it and it was in the middle of it or it starts from the beginning, I fucking love that movie. To me, it still holds up. It never gets boring for me. The same with Terminator 2. It just doesn't get boring. I always enjoy it. I always want to finish it. I think the jokes hit me every time. They hit me just as hard. I love all the sight gags. I love every time, I might be watching it if my mom and my dad walks through and then they quote the line that's happening or they quote a different line. And we shout it back and forth. My dad, around every Christmas, he'll do the speech that Clark gives when he talks about we're the happiest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house. It's another movie that just I just enjoy it so much. And look, I know it's not the best movie ever, of course not, but it's a movie that I just love.
Well,
and
this ain't the best
watch
movies. This is movies that you yourself love.
Yeah,
to
you
watch.
no,
love
I understand.
It's,
I'm just
probably
saying
one
this
of
for
the.
the people.
This is meeting the homies.
For the people.
I have to say it's probably one of the best Christmas movies, spoof Christmas movies of all time.
It's definitely a
Straight
top
up.
5. Yeah,
It's great.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
great. It's just and it's everything that would typically happen to like the average American family, just cranked up to 11.
as I say, I would say average, but yeah, cranked up to 11.
Yeah.
The
Well,
average
I got a hot
functional
take.
American
I got a
family.
hot
With
take.
everybody.
I think it's better. I think it's better than Home Alone. I think it's better than Home
I
Alone.
agree. I don't like. I like Home Alone, but I prefer Christmas Vacation.
Phantom, you and me are gonna have problems. I can already tell.
I agree. I agree with that though. But Home Alone had a great second half. The first half was just kind of mediocre.
I absolutely loved.
Yeah.
Plus, John Candy showing up to save the day too. Come on.
Oh,
Well,
That's what I'm saying. That second half. The second
For
half
me,
of the movie.
like for me,
Yeah,
it's
bless
like
you,
the villain. The fucking Christmas Vacation was gag after gag after gag, and that's what made it so fucking good.
mm-hmm.
I mean,
Okay,
just
I see.
that part
Right.
where Clark is like sledding and he puts that stuff on his sled, and it's like a fucking
some of his
lightning
boys
bolt
down
down
the
the
lab been
fucking
working
hill.
on this stuff.
Yeah, the bad guy was
He
the
gets on
boss.
that thing,
but
he's like, he goes into-
made no. He didn't matter in the movie.
Oh man!
Which
I
shout out
love
to
that
Bill Murray's
movie, man.
brother.
Shout
That's the-
out to Bill Murray's brother. Just the scene where he's bringing in. I got a gift for you, sir, and he put it over there with the others. And he turns to the table. They're all literally the same shape. He's
exact.
like,
Yeah.
Kiss my ass. Kiss his ass. Kiss his
Okay.
ass.
What you got next, Jake?
So the next one I have, again, another movie that doesn't matter when I start watching it or for whatever reason, The Mummy, the Brendan Fraser Mummy.
Ooh,
yes.
I
Yeah.
love that
That's a
movie,
good one.
and I'm sure discussions could be had, obviously, about that. It mixes things that I love. It's that mixture of like Indiana Jones. It has comedy elements in it. It has a great leading man. Shout out to Brendan Fraser, who literally broke himself filming those movies. You know,
Nearly broke his neck.
That.
He nearly
During
got
the
killed.
second one.
He nearly
Oh,
got
and
killed in the first
But he was
movie
willing to
where
do
he
his own
dropped.
stunts, which I give
Yeah.
major
Yes, he
props to.
was.
Most actors, most of the time, don't seem to want to do their own stunts.
He
But he
literally
was
nearly
willing to
hung
do it.
himself. He nearly broke his neck in
No,
this
he
scene.
got hanged for real.
Yeah.
He got hanged
Yep.
for real
Yep.
in that first movie. That's the scene
Or
that they
first
go
movie,
with.
yeah,
in the
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Such an underrated actor
And
nowadays.
they're like, oh man, he's doing great
underappreciated.
acting. And then they realized the rig wasn't working properly, so he was slowly being strangled there. And then
Yep.
eventually, when they yelled "cut," they had to go
I mean,
down and drop
Literally,
him.
you
Literally had to cut.
You remember in the
literally had to
movie he
cut.
started off. Remember, I started off he didn't have a hand brace on, but at the end of the movie, he was wearing a
Yeah.
hand brace because he
Yeah.
fucked his hand
Yep.
up in that movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, there's the one scene where him and Rachel Weisz are behind like a corner, and you see the gunshots bang going through the wall.
Oh yeah,
which were
yeah.
actual pyro, and when Rachel Weisz yanks him to
Pulls
the
him.
side, and that one goes off where his
The
head
two.
was.
Yep.
Would have
Right where his
taken
head
him
was.
blown right into his head if he wasn't
And-
yanked. Another close call. that
And
they
he kept
in the
going,
movie.
and he kept going with the
He
scene.
went
kept
along
going.
with
Kept
it.
going with
He-
the scene.
Such a good actor.
And man,
Oh,
Just a
man.
side
I-
tangent.
I
A good,
I think
a good movie, Brendan Fraser movie, is The Blast from the Past.
I enjoyed that
Oh,
one.
dude,
Yeah,
Blast
that's
from
a good one.
Past. Oh,
There's a
gosh,
line I
Freddy
want to
throws
say,
up in
but
the
I
bunker.
can't say because we're on YouTube. I'm
Nope,
gonna,
you can't say it.
AP, you know
Dude.
which one it is.
Yep.
George of the Jungle was peak
Oh,
Brandon
Yes,
Fraser.
yes,
was.
George
It
of the
was so
Jungle, bro.
George of the Jungle,
Oh,
man.
man.
Well,
Was
hang on.
Jack in
Let,
that
let,
movie?
let's. I got a
Oh,
question
behind
later.
me?
Let's save this for that
Sure, okay.
because
Yeah.
because later I got a question about directors and actors, and we can go into Brandon Fraser there.
Jake, go
Yeah,
ahead.
okay.
Continue with the movies.
So the next two that I have, I will admit they're not singular movies, but you could view them as one long story. And again, in no particular order, I'm going to start with one of them, and that is the original 3 Indiana Jones movies. If I had to pick one that I liked more than all of them, probably due to repetition, it would be The Last Crusade. I think
Yes.
the way
Yes.
he and Sean, I
Oh,
think the way
yeah.
Harrison Ford and Sean Connery bounce off each other. I think that was probably the last movie Sean Connery did where he legitimately had fun and enjoyed being in the movie. Because we know that, like, from
Hey.
the 90s into the 2000s, he skipped on tons of scripts because he didn't get it. And then once he did LXG, which I think is underrated.
It's
Oh, I
enjoyable, but he didn't
love
care.
that.
He didn't
I
care
love
about that
that
movie.
one.
Though.
Basically
He
quit.
did not care about that movie at all.
But man, the Indiana Jones movies, the first 3, excuse me,
There's none past
Are-
3.
there's
Valid.
the 3 Indiana Jones movies.
There you
Wink
go.
in that case.
I like stuff.
Um,
There is stuff in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull I
Yes.
enjoyed, but the movie
yeah,
was
there's
just
John
trash.
Hurt, which I'll appreciate because John
Yeah.
Hurt. I'll
Okay,
appreciate that.
I'll give you
being a
Yeah.
fourth
that.
one. And I like how he just plays just totally whacked out of his mind professor from
And
all the
Kate
shit. that he's
Blanchett
seen.
was a good villain.
Yes,
Kate
she was
Blanchett was a
playing
good
as
villain.
Spalko, the
Russian-
Russian lady.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Like
she
a
was really good.
Russian
Yeah.
KGB agent, and
Mhm.
and in the beginning of the fourth
I-
movie, when like the U.S. Army is driving, and then there's the college kids or whatever in the hot rod. I legitimately thought something was going to happen there. I didn't think they were just going to peel off, and then the credits, the beginning credits were going
Right.
to start. I thought
Mhm.
AKs were going to get pulled out. I thought a fucking train was going to come this way. Anything was going to happen. But nope, they just peeled off. And
I
that was
kinda
probably
like-
because George Lucas's love of 50s hot rods and things like that. So
I kind of like Ray
Thanks for
Winstone in that movie too as Mac. Ray Winstone was
Oh,
pretty good as
dude.
well. Yeah,
Well, Jake,
basically
you
playing like a
chose
weird
wisely.
situation. Oh, I
Yeah.
did. Well,
you
thank you.
chose wisely.
Dude,
I'll be
I-
honest. So far, though, you've been the most normie.
And I don't care about that. I don't.
There's
care.
nothing wrong with that. It's just
Right.
like it's nice to see. Is like you
These
you
are-
see
I think
between you and Phantom, and then what we're going to probably see later. It's just fun to see the differences in every one of us.
I think
Yeah,
I
that's
think
fair.
what really hurt the film was who was the guy that played his son?
Oh,
Shia
Shia
LaBeouf.
LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf.
Mutt,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Hunt
think
Williams.
I
Dressed
think
like
what
Marlon Brando.
hurt.
just like Marlon
think-
Brando.
Yeah, I think
With the weird
what
black
hurt
thing.
the film was at the time when it came out, he was so controversial with stuff that
Right.
he was doing,
Mhm.
and
This was
for
like
me-
the beginning of his controversy being out,
Yeah.
publicized.
Mhm.
I mean the movie. I mean, if they wouldn't have done the whole alien thing, I think the movie would have been better.
Agreed. I can't.
Oh, yeah.
I can't
They're
argue
not
with the
aliens.
first half of the
They're
movie.
not
but
aliens,
that ending
remember.
just-
They're not
We can-
aliens.
okay,
They're
we can-
interdimensional
be-
beings.
We can discuss about
Thank
why interdimensional beings somehow can't fit in a movie where you have a
Thank
whole
you.
bunch of supernatural stuff. We can talk about that another time, though, because I'm willing to defend the alien part a whole lot because it's like
Oh, I didn't.
Okay,
I didn't think it was
Ghost-
bad.
It
Ghosts
just it felt like it came out
and
of nowhere. It felt like it
ghosts,
came out of
gods,
nowhere.
and demons are one thing. Aliens? No, well, whatever. We could talk about that another time, though.
Yeah, that's
So
Um,
keep
if-
going.
Yeah, if you guys don't mind, I can go next with.
Oh,
with
I mean,
my
well,
movie.
Jake's got
Jake,
it.
did you have
Oh,
one
sorry,
more?
Jake. You have one more.
Just
My bad.
yeah, just one more. And again, this is a trilogy of movies, which if we're going to continue on the normie path, which we almost certainly are, the original Star Wars movies. And again, if I had to pick a favorite, it would be
All right,
Empire.
yes.
But those movies are just, to me,
It-
another set of movies that I saw when I was very early. I've shown them quite early, and I continue to watch them just throughout my life. I fell in love with Star Wars so early, and the original trilogy. I remember when my dad came home and it's like, they've remastered the trilogy, and here it is in the golden little box set with new THX sound and all 3 VHSs. Ooh, not even knowing at the time that like new CGI stuff was added to that. Or changes were made.
yeah,
Like
the digitally remastered. Yeah,
by the time I was into them, like the original that they showed, was long gone by that point. And there's no way that the age I was in probably the late 90s, early 2000s, could have even been able to like access like pirating or whatever. There's no way I could have found it, even if I tried to look for it.
well,
but-
I mean, normie or not, those are all 5 of yours are just phenomenal answers.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I agree.
They're
I
very
agree
good-
with
no, they're very
100%.
good choices.
I agree with
Thank you.
100% what your 5 are.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you. I
that's a
appreciate
pretty
it.
great. That's a pretty great, great.
Those
top
are pretty
five
good.
right there.
Pretty gay. Pretty
You
gay.
said
Yeah.
pretty gay.
Pretty
You say
gay.
pretty gay. What the fuck?
There was a T there. It's just so, but it was a mispronunciation.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ronan. Let's see.
Love
Let's
them.
hear yours.
Love them.
Alrighty, sure. So, I had a tough time trying to figure out my 5, but ultimately I did manage to figure them out, which is good at least. Let's start with number 5 at the very least. I'm going to start sharing the 3 imagery. If you don't mind,
Sure, alright.
Phantom or MP and Campia, you pulled them up. I'm sharing my
You-
screen right now. Number 5 for me happens to be
Oh.
Tom Cruise's The Last Samurai.
Not
Not bad.
I
Not bad.
absolutely
I'll
love
admit
this
it. That's
film.
actually on my list.
I didn't know that. Well, at least Campia, you and I are of
Take it
the
off,
same
take it
mind,
off.
or
Oh,
similar minds.
it's so good. So good.
It's such a great
really is.
film with like Tom Cruise playing as a Civil War veteran who basically is just giving up on life, drinking himself to death. He has nothing more to live for.
PTSD.
based on a real person, kind of. Am I
It's-
correct?
uh,
Kind of based on,
the
or like
story-
I
a
would say-
conglomeration of a
I
few
would say
stories,
that
a few
he's-
people, rather.
I
The
would say that
stories, yeah. Go ahead.
he's
Is Yasuke?
no, Yasuke is not in this movie at all. Thank God.
No.
But he's sort of an XB, I would say, of actual Westerners that went to Japan
Yeah.
and essentially became revered, respected, and even turned into legitimate samurai. from the
He's an
Japanese.
allegory
There were
for
a
others.
couple of them, yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yes,
an allegory.
he's an allegory for those kinds of things.
Dude,
And the Japanese government brings him in because they want to train him to get rid of the last of the actual samurai,
Right.
which is led by Katsumoto, played by the ever wonderful Ken Watanabe.
Ken
He's
Watanabe.
such a
So
great
good.
actor.
So good.
Absolutely.
Such a great actor.
you
And
know my favorite part in this whole movie, they made
Hmm.
the scene where she was putting the armor on him so seductive.
yes, yes,
she's
it
putting the armor
it
on.
is a
Well,
very
so
intimate scene.
good.
You said it yourself, Phantom. The music in that scene and the music throughout the whole
Mhm.
movie is just
Mhm.
so good. It's
Hans Zimmer.
ethereal.
Oh
Hans
yeah.
Hans
Zimmer
Zimmer,
does
and
the
it's
music,
so
and he-
ethereal. It's so
He
Japanese
does a
mixed
great
with.
job of combining
Oh.
like Western orchestration with some of the more Eastern and Oriental sound
Mhm.
with it as well too. That's one of the reasons why Hans Zimmer for me is one of my favorite music composers. There's another one we're going to talk about it in one of the films that I'm going to reference soon enough.
Mhm.
But yeah, this film absolutely great. Let me just say it real quick. I'm sure we're all thinking it too, but no, Tom Cruise is not the last samurai. Ken Watanabe's character Katsumoto is the last samurai.
Right.
Tom Cruise himself was witness to the last samurai and had the
Mhm.
honor of actually bringing Katsumoto's sword to the emperor to basically show him why you need to revere and respect the old ways from before.
Exactly.
Because
It-
that's what was happening, was that they were about to let go of the old ways with the Meiji restoration occurring and with the westernization
Trying to
that
fully
was happening.
westernize their
Hey,
military.
Ronan,
Yeah.
Ronan, I think we could agree the scene where he's like teaching the guys to shoot the guns, and he's like,
Oh.
"Shoot me, shoot me!"
Yeah.
The dude
And
can't
they're
shoot
just
for
like, what?
shit.
No.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so just to check, everybody here in the panel has seen this movie.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
have.
Such a
I've
good
seen
movie.
it 3 or
I'm
4
so glad to
times.
hear
It's
that.
in my
This
top
is such
10.
a phenomenal movie.
It's in my top. Dude, Ken Watanabe This is the movie. This is like the first time I've ever
dude.
seen him was in this movie.
Put him on the map. Yeah.
Same
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you
could
gotta
put this-
think the movie he did after this was at World's
Godzilla.
End.
Oh, World's End. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh
you're
yeah,
right.
you're right.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. You could
Yeah.
put this movie in like a pile of like normies and whatnot, but again, it's a phenomenal phenomenal normie film that absolutely.
say
I'm not the only
aluminum?
one mispronouncing.
Oh, it holds your
Did you
interest
say
from beginning to
aluminum?
end. It's a
Aluminum.
slower. I will say
Aluminium.
this compared to what
Aluminium.
Gen Z's used to. This is a slower movie for them, probably.
Absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
But it's worth
even
going for.
even though
You're-
even
Mhm.
though they
The Gen
Even
Z
though
here,
they
guys.
did- even though they
Oh.
did take liberties
You're an
with
exception.
the even though they took liberties with the history in this movie, they tried to hold it as close as they could to the
It was
history.
still
That's the
so good.
spirit
Absolutely,
of
yeah.
Well, they
that
gave us a great
time.
story. Gave us a great
Yeah.
story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. to your
Number
next one, Ron.
4 for me is going to be another film that I absolutely love so much, and I've mentioned it 100 times already.
The
Green Mile
Oh.
by Frank Darabont.
Oh yeah.
I watched this
Yes.
movie last night just to kind of remind myself how much I'd love this movie, and oh my god, I couldn't finish
Oh.
the film without actually crying.
Yeah.
It's the first time that it
it's-
happened.
It's a
to me.
good
I will-
movie.
I
It was
will piggyback
popular,
off
but it
Ronan
doesn't
and
get
say
talked
that
about like it
always
does.
makes me cry when I
It
watch
no, you're right. It doesn't get
For-
talked about as often for
Oh,
some
yeah.
reason.
Like
but
for
it's,
that first
for-
year, it was everywhere, but
Dude,
then it like just kind of faded.
Michael Clark Duncan, dude. Oh my god.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's John
Michael
Okay.
Clark Duncan as
So
the
good.
simple-minded yet also just good-hearted John Coffey. Like exactly like Kreese is saying in the chat right now. I'm tired, boss. I'm so tired.
I mean,
Just
My-
when he
my
talks
thing-
about
Yeah,
and
dude.
Sam
when he
Rockwell
talks
playing
about-
the bastard too. was
yes,
fucking
Sam
great.
Rockwell
Oh,
playing
dude.
Billy the
Oh, yeah.
Kid. Bro,
My-
he was a fucking monster in that. Like just a real demon in human form.
Yeah, truly.
But it was such a
Truly.
good performance.
like for myself, I have like certain movies that I only watch one time because the ending tears me up every time. I've
Yeah.
seen this movie once. I can't go back and watch
Yep.
it because
I
of the
can totally
ending of
understand
the
that.
Yes,
don't,
no,
don't
I
give it.
get
Don't
it.
give it away, Ronan.
it's
Don't
like
give it away.
Dragonheart.
No, no.
It's,
Oh, dude,
it's like
so
Dragonheart
good.
for me. It's like Dragonheart for me. You know, when at the end of the movie where, what's his name has to sacrifice the dragon to kill the evil prince, and it's fucking Sean Connery doing the voice of the dragon.
Voice
It's like
of the
it hits me
dragon.
every
Right.
time.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
And the end of this
Yeah.
movie, when he doesn't want the thing. At the end of it, what happens to
What goes down? Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like no, I can't watch this again.
Yeah.
I love this movie, but I just can't watch it again.
Oh yeah.
And the thing that sells me the most for the Green Mile for me, it's again like that ending there is just oh god, it pains me so much for multiple reasons. So I'll explain. The music done by Thomas Newman in this film is just
Don't put me
some
in
of
the
the
dark.
most beautiful music that I've ever heard. It is absolutely, especially the track Coffee on the Mile that plays for John Coffey. It
Mhm.
crushes
Oh.
my soul so much every time I hear it. But it's a how do I put it? It's a kind of catharsis, shall we say, whenever I listen to it. Like it's a
Yeah.
sadness that washes you
And-
over, but a necessary sadness
yeah.
that you feel.
And he's
Right.
done that in
that
so
you
many
have
good movies. Like he did
And-
1917. He did
Road to
Shawshank
Perdition.
Redemption.
He also
Road
did
to
Road to
Perdition.
Perdition, which is
Yeah.
also a great
Good movie.
soundtrack.
Shawshank Redemption was the
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
music. in that,
Also,
yeah.
Mhm.
Also,
Oh,
this is a
truly.
good biblical movie. This is a good
Yes,
biblical
I was
movie
just gonna
too.
pick that.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I'm gonna bring
Oh,
that
yeah.
up.
Which is interesting.
The
Coming from
obvious
Stephen King.
initials. The obvious initials with John Coffey, JC. We all know, and again, just the way that he describes what Paul Edgecombe, Tom Hanks's character, should do, considering they're going to go forward with the execution. Like he tells him, "You tell God the Father that it was a kindness that you done for me," and he explains to him why, and it
Mhm.
it's like it. It reminds me
Oh.
of how God, how do I put it? Let me put it like this. We're all human beings. We're all
Yes.
a bunch of bastards, and we do
Yes.
not
Oh.
deserve the kind of forgiveness and the
100%,
grace that God gives us.
Oh,
We don't-
yeah.
We don't
Hey,
deserve
I want to
it.
ask you something.
Any
Who
single
was
bit of it.
The point of the
Who
gospel
was-
right there.
who was
Redemption.
the other
Right.
who was the other guy that played the cop that was the real evil cop?
Percy.
oh,
You're talking about Percy.
Percy Wetmore.
yeah, Percy.
Percy, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Doug
Son of a gun.
Doug Hutchison, I
Hey.
think is his name. Let me
Doug
check.
The
Yeah,
actor did
Hutcherson.
a
Yeah, I
damn
think
good
it is.
job.
He
He also
basically
did
did
a
Yeah.
good
Good job.
Fun
Oh, yeah.
fact
Doug
about Doug
Hutcherson.
Hutcherson. You might have noticed that he kind of disappeared from movies shortly after this point. When he was 50, he married a 16-year-old, which was apparently legal where they did it. They were married for about 4 or 5 years, and then about 5 years after that, she came out and was like, "Yeah, he basically groomed me into marriage."
Okay, moving on to the next movie, Roman.
Okay.
Do not redeem. Do not redeem.
We'll move on to the next
redeem.
one. Oh, sure. Go ahead.
I was gonna say before you move on to the next one, I will say, leave the light on, boss. I get scared in the dark.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. And speaking of films that have like a whole lot of biblical themes and messaging to it, my favorite animated film of all time, The Prince of Egypt.
So good. Yeah.
Probably
Val Kilmer
as Moses and as the voice of God, the voice of the burning bush too. And this is such a beautiful interpretation of the story of Exodus. One of the best that I've ever seen.
I love this art for this poster.
This was the time when 2D animation was still at its peak as its absolute highest. People obviously respected 2D animation, and the fact that it was DreamWorks that did this as well too makes it all the more astounding. It just shows that Disney's not the only one that can do 2D animation, but
100%.
It is such a beautiful film. It's also a musical as well too, but the music in it is absolutely great.
I mean,
every single track in it is so beautiful.
Dude,
Deliver Us, Thus Saith the Lord.
To answer Kreese, Patrick Jean-Luc Picard was also City.
I'll
Yes,
say this.
Well, I want to say this.
Oh,
next to this movie, like this one and 10 Commandments are like my 2 favorite movies.
Oh,
the Charlton Heston one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I figured.
4.5 hours.
I know we can all agree. The art for when he parts the Red Sea, the visuals,
it's
ungodly. It's just so
where he
visual.
just walks
when
he walks out there, when he walks out there and he takes his staff, he hits the ground. It starts off as a circle. It just breaks off.
And just
I mean, it's visually phenomenal. It doesn't compare to the Charlton Heston where the water just literally they reversed the film for that. There's another one. It's the Christian Bale version about him being Moses was good.
Exodus, Gods and Kings. That's another one.
That one right there was more accurate to what Moses really did because these were more for families.
Yeah,
if you want to see where it was more accurate of what really happened, you got to watch the Baal one.
Just don't watch Noah with Russell
Okay,
Crowe.
see that was my point.
I like that one. I
watched Noah.
It's not biblical though.
Oh no, I watched Noah and I was a little concerned because I was like, I don't like the inaccuracy there, so I was a little concerned for Exodus, and I was
the interpretations are like really all depending on which film you watch. You watch the 10 Commandments of Charlton Heston. That's essentially like watching Old Testament storyline of the Exodus and everything, right? Just Old Testament God where he's loud and booming and practically vengeful, like how we used to know God. This is a more New Testament perspective on God and everything, where yes, he still has that wrath and still has that power, but he also has the love and the grace and that mercy as well too. He's willing to be a just and a peaceful and kind God. Now I haven't seen Exodus myself as well, so I can't really say
Exodus
which
is
it leans
the war
towards, but...
Exodus is more of the warrior side of Moses.
I see.
Because we know in the Bible, literally Moses was more of a tactician than anything.
Right, his brother was the leader of men. Moses was the tactician of how are we going to move men around type thing.
Yeah.
Which we know who his brother actually is. We just know he's referred to as Pharaoh, but in Kreese of Egypt, the Pharaoh that they make is Ramses. Right. Now there have been multiple pharaohs in Egyptian history known as Ramses, but I always like to presume that it's probably Ramses II, but then again, that kind of conflicts with the fact that their father is Seti. So which obviously wouldn't work. So it could be the first Ramses, if anything.
Which I will say kind of took me out of the Exodus was John Turturro was Seti, so it's kind of weird to
me. That's interesting.
Yeah, you get over. Hey, the guy that
I can overlook it. It was good.
Dude, I like.
You talking about John Egerton?
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
Ed-
Joe
Ed-
Edgerton.
Ed-
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Dude,
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
he
that
yeah.
Oh,
scene
really
where
is.
he's carrying his son, and his son's got his son is dead in his arms, and he's got
Oh,
boils all
yeah.
over.
Oh
it,
no,
and he's
I'm
got-
not saying it's a bad movie. I'm just saying that one character kind of took me out every once in a while.
Oh,
is that-
I
John
mean-
Turturro said it.
John
Yeah.
Turturro as the dad was just kind
Dude,
of weird.
every time I see him, so he did a movie years ago where it was like a spoof off of the Marx Brothers.
Okay.
He did. I can't remember the name of it, but for me,
He
it's
did
always
Groucho?
yeah, no, not Groucho, but it's another movie. I got to look it up. But
okay.
his role in Michael Bay's Transformers.
Oh,
every time
yes.
No,
when
Simmons,
Bumblebee
yeah.
Bumblebee
And
hits
beneath
him
the
with that thing and
testicles.
like shoots oil like he's pissing on him. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
With
Oh,
John Turturro,
man.
for me, it's oh brother,
Stop
where art thou?
lubricating the man.
Oh brother, where art thou is where I think of
don't
John
mess with the
Turturro.
Zohan. Or don't
Oh,
mess
yeah.
with the
that
Zohan.
Plays
one too,
Phantom,
yes.
the terrorist. But yeah, Prince of Egypt, number 3 for
Phantom.
me. Such a great film.
So
But,
is that
um,
your last one, or did you have one more?
I had two more.
Oh,
So
okay,
we're
okay,
almost
okay.
there. So number 2 for me, it was a hard choice because this is one of my favorite directors of all time, Edgar Wright. He did the Three Flavors Cornetto trilogy. He's
Yep.
also known for the television show Spaced. But I think the
Very
film that
yeah.
honestly
A
sells
great show,
that
man.
sells it to me the most from him,
Baby Driver.
Baby
Baby
Driver.
Driver.
Baby Driver.
Baby Driver
soundtrack.
has to be his magnum opus, in my opinion. Probably.
Minus Kevin
Absolutely.
Spacey. Minus Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
You know what? You know
Still a
what?
good
I'm
actor,
willing
it
to
is.
defend-
We know
I'm
why
willing
he
to
likes
defend
Baby Driver.
Kevin Spacey on the film. I think Kevin Spacey was great as
He
Doc
did a
in
good
that
job
film.
in it.
He
Yeah,
did a
right.
really good job in it. You know, he's just like if you can't respect
Kevin
my
Spacey
opinion,
usually
you
does
get
a pretty
the
good
fuck
job
out,
in a lot of
okay?
these roles.
I got
mean,
this
American
because
Beauty.
he's
He was
best.
phenomenal. American Beauty.
Dude,
Yes,
Kevin
American Beauty was good
Spacey
too.
is Kevin Spacey's probably one of the best Lex Luthors we've ever had on film.
Oh
Hands
yeah.
down.
He was
disagree.
good. I kind of liked him.
disagree.
I thought he was good.
When
And
Better
what
than
threw me-
Jesse
when he goes
Eisenberg.
kryptonite, I was just like, what?
No, where he says, where literally he says, wrong.
Yes, yeah.
Man's face.
He's a
and
good
a
one.
lot-
I won't say he's one of the best.
He was
And
way
there's-
better than Jesse Eisenberg as
Oh,
I mean,
oh,
that's
yeah,
not,
yeah,
that's a given.
Oh,
Gene
yeah.
Hackman.
No,
Gene
it's
Hackman.
obvious.
Gene
All the
Hackman will
other-
always be my favorite.
And all the other actors in
Well,
Baby
Michael
Driver were also
Rosenbaum was a
phenomenal
good-
as well
was a
too.
good Luthor
Dude,
too.
Yeah,
John
yeah.
Hamm.
John
Baby
Hamm
Driver's
as
great.
what's his
J-
name, Buddy? John
yeah,
Hamm as
Jamie
Buddy was
Foxx.
great. Jamie Foxx as
Foxx,
Bats,
yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
crazy. Doc, Bats ain't my fucking name.
But the sound, what makes that movie too is just the soundtrack.
Bro,
It's just
it's
everything
absolutely.
fits.
And
all
the
the different songs
soundtrack
that
is
exist.
a movie.
Edgar Wright is James Gunn done right.
Yeah,
Yep.
Ooh,
Yep.
you said it.
interesting.
Yep.
You said it
I
100% perfectly because you have
I
all these.
agree.
You have all these songs from the 60s. It's not showing up, but you have all these songs from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. You got here the John Spencer Blues Explosion, Bob and Earl. You got the Beach Boys, Kashmir Stage
And they
Band,
fit every
Dave
scene.
Brubeck Quartet. Every song that's in this fits perfectly. Even T-Rex, Beck,
Dude,
the Incredible
difference,
Bongo
though-
Band, Queen's in this too, and it
Dude,
all
there's a difference
works
though.
to a T.
Edgar Wright could do ensemble movies, but he could also do like a standalone characters. James
Oh,
Gunn
yeah.
He
cannot do that.
absolutely
No.
can.
Yeah.
And the best
Gunn
thing
is a
too,
one-trick pony. We all know that.
the best thing too about Baby Driver is that this is one of the first films that I've ever experienced where the music is literally played diegetically and non-diegetically. Now, for
Exactly.
those
Oh,
of you who don't understand those terms, if you're not big film buffs like me, diegetic music, non-diegetic music basically means you have music that is played disconnected from what's actually happening on screen, but it's playing there over the events of the screen. Diegetic music, that means that it's music that actually is playing in the film world. So it's actually
It
connected
belongs there.
to
Like-
It
like
belongs
him-
there.
And
Him
it
in the
works.
car.
It
Him
works
in the
perfect-
car is completely
Mm.
diegetic.
Yes, and it works
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
perfectly because Baby is listening to his music all the time. It's literally the soundtrack of his life because he's got the tinnitus, he's got the ringing in his ear because of the
Mhm.
accident occurred that when he was a kid, but he has that to basically drown it out, and it just literally turns the
And
whole
it-
film
dude,
into a
it-
giant
it-
music
story.
Times his escape drives to the beginning of the song. He's like, wait,
Oh,
wait, wait.
man.
Very first scene. Wait,
Dude,
wait, wait. Okay, go.
dude,
Yeah,
literally,
this song-
literally, they made the music a character in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
completely.
literally
yes,
did.
exactly. That's what it
Literally
is.
did.
Yes,
And it was
And-
so good. Like the music choice, the
Okay, okay.
timing, everything. It was, man, it was.
It
When
was
they-
like okay, like bringing it back like to the villain, right? music was its own character in the villain, like it was in Baby Driver.
yes, it
straight
was.
up.
Yes. I think and my favorite track in that whole film, if you want my honest opinion, my favorite track in that whole film has to be Focus's Hocus Pocus. When
Yes.
Baby,
Yes.
Buddy,
Mm.
and Darling are running away from the cops after
Yep.
he just killed Bats. And oh god, the whole Mary chase throughout
Spoilers.
Atlanta is spoilers. The whole Mary chase throughout that film is great to the tune of Hocus Pocus. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
Yes.
So good.
And
And
now
your number one?
my number one, it's obviously going to be a Godzilla film.
Dora
because
the
I
Explorer.
absolutely love Godzilla, but it was kind of a toss-up in terms of Godzillas. So one of my honorable mentions has to be Godzilla 2000, which came out in 1999. It was the first ever true Godzilla film that I watched as a kid that
Toho.
really got me to understand what Godzilla really is. And I absolutely love it. I put all my love to that film because of the fact that it introduced me to the real Godzilla. But the Godzilla film that I absolutely love the most more than anything else, the one film that actually finally made me shed a tear for a Godzilla film. Godzilla minus one.
Minus
There it
one.
is.
Yeah.
Godzilla minus one. Absolutely
see.
beautiful.
Dude,
I
that
know
scene,
it's good.
that,
but
that
I
literally,
gotta
that
watch it.
scene, dude, that
You really
scene,
do.
and you know the one I'm talking about, the boat
Oh
scene.
yes. The
Oh,
boat
yeah.
scene,
Oh, yeah.
where it looks so like he was there. Dude, that was that the dude was talking about. It's like, yeah, we had to have a Jaws scene in that movie.
Yes.
It's
And
like,
God.
And it was like 12. It was what,
See,
12 million to make that?
I watched
12 million
it was
and
$15
won an
million.
Oscar. And
Finally
first
won an
Godzilla,
Oscar.
Okay, so
first
I
Godzilla
saw
film
that
to
scene.
win
I
a
saw
Oscar.
that scene. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
okay.
The-
I know the visual effects
Dude,
for the
that's
minus one. It's just,
terrifying, dude.
it's perfect.
Shout out to ABF. Shout out to ABF. We watched it in GCA, and I was watching it,
months ago,
and
yeah.
like you know how I am because I've watched pretty much every Godzilla film, and I saw Easter eggs throughout the whole thing.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes,
And-
oh, yeah.
absolutely.
And that scene, I'm like, that's from Jaws. And ABF's
Oh, yeah.
like, what do you mean? I'm like, that's the orca, and Godzilla's Jaws chasing the orca. across
Takashi
the ocean.
Yamazaki definitely shows
Yeah.
that he was inspired by a lot of Western films, Jaws
sure.
being one of them with that
Wow.
whole thing. One of the
It was
other
only
8
8
million.
million?
Jesus.
That's
Oh my
crazy.
God.
But that shows
Even
you, though,
better.
that shows you
Yeah.
when you give the time and the ability to the instead of
Hollywood
trying
needs
to
to
move.
learn.
Well,
What
they're
was
moving
it?
the
It was 15
CGI
people that made the movie. It was
Yeah.
only 15 people that made that literally
15?
did.
but they gave them the time and the
And here's-
ability to make
Here's
it.
the
Yeah.
best part about it too is that Takashi Yamazaki directing the film also handled the visual effects for the film as well too.
Mhm.
He was willing to
Ooh.
basically do the hard work into it as well.
That's right.
Dude.
Put in
Because
the
he
long
has
yard.
the experience with working with visual
Respect.
effects.
And
and
this is
Respect.
like you're saying, Ronan, like you're saying, can't be. Even if it's, I'm sorry, Phantom. I just wanted to get this out real quick.
Go ahead.
Even if you have a small team, as long as you give them the time, they can do it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't have to get 200 people in a CGI factory, and Marvel's like, here, you get 6 weeks to do this.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
by
get
the way,
well,
we're gonna call
you
you
get
a
this
freak.
movie.
And-
Four
Okay, y'all
weeks
get
to
this
do it.
movie. Okay, y'all get this movie. Oh, y'all get this movie, and all four of you work on a different one.
Minus
Yeah.
one is the
Dude.
peak example of what happens when you have a team that genuinely loves
Cares.
Passion.
film,
Passion
has a
and love.
passion
And-
for it.
And it gave us the greatest atomic blast of all fucking
Yes.
time.
Oh,
When he-
100%.
When he
I
does
still have
the
yet to
atomic
see it.
blast
It
on
caught-
Denzel,
it-
oh my
Yo,
God.
God,
I wanna say
dude,
something.
it's like he's
I wanna-
cocking a gun when his spinal.
Well,
yeah,
I
the-
don't wanna-
The
I don't
director
show it.
himself even describes it like that
Yeah.
too. But yes,
So-
absolutely.
I've
And dude-
intentionally avoided seeing
Hang
that.
on.
Every time I see anything minus one related, and it's like Atomic
Dude.
Blast. I want to see that when I watch the movie.
And
I don't want to
Dude.
see anything else.
I'm gonna tell you this much. So, the same team, the same few people, they're working on part 2.
Yes.
They're not.
They-
They're getting a bigger
that's gonna be-
budget.
That's
But
that's
the
going to be a
director-
$1 billion movie.
The director has already said he is not adding nobody to that team. It's going to be the
Right.
same.
Okay.
they just
12 to
posted
15.
yesterday on Twitter on the official Godzilla account. They just posted a thank you
Kreese,
for
I'm aware.
Godzilla
I'm
minus
aware
one.
where it's on Netflix.
And they
I'm gonna
teased
watch
they're
it
probably
eventually.
going to announce today or tomorrow the
Ooh,
sequel. They're gonna
Minus
they
two.
teased it that they're
Yep.
gonna be announcing it. and it's oh god, I can't wait to see what they do
Oh,
with it.
100%.
And the best thing,
Okay,
the best thing too, just almost done with this. The best thing too, I would say for that film is the ending. Again, like I said, I won't spoil it because people need to see this ending.
Yeah.
And it's the one time I genuinely
Dude.
actually shed tears for Godzilla movie.
And this
that,
is a
if you
reboot.
ask me,
This is
it
a
really
reboot.
shows why I love this franchise as a whole so much.
And this is
Man.
this is a reboot of the franchise. It's 100% reboot because because the last full series of Godzilla was Spawn of Wars. Now, Shin Godzilla was part of the
2005,
Shin
2006.
series.
Part of the
Yeah, so-
Reiwa series,
so-
yeah.
Aren't they
Yeah,
making
so
another
it's
Shin
the
Godzilla?
Shin
Well, save,
They-
let's save that for
insisted
next
my-
week.
No,
Let's
yeah,
save
that's
that
true.
for
We'll
next
have to
week.
save
No,
it
no,
for
yeah,
next week.
yes.
But
We can
but
talk about. We're gonna
for
talk
me-
about Godzilla for 2 hours, people.
I will
Yeah.
pass the baton over to AP. How about you
Yeah.
share your 5?
Let's
All
go.
right, so I'm gonna share this, of course.
Barbie Girls is number
take-
1.
Shut up! You're not supposed to say it.
So embarrassing. Gosh.
Come on, man, give me a So number 5 is V for Vendetta.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
nice.
nice.
That's
So-
very nice. It's a good choice.
I love this
Hugo
movie.
Weaving was so good.
Oh,
Hugo
dude,
Weaving
bro.
was so
But he
Yes.
was not the
He
was not the guy in the suit though.
He was only the
No,
voice.
no.
Only
he
the
was
voice.
only the
But-
voice,
but-
right?
The way he delivered the lines, the rhymes, and the fluidity of how he said it was just perfect.
Poetry.
His introduction with all of the
Oh, yeah.
V words
And then,
rhyming with each other. Yeah.
And then the freaking of course the introduction, like the beginning where you see like the statue blown up and the orchestral music, and it's just
He's like conducting it while
Yeah.
it's all happening. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fantastic.
it's such a masterful movie, and I
I-
love every part of it. It's it's I remember when I first watched it, I was blown away. I was like, this movie, what?
AP,
And
I
then
gotta
I-
ask you,
then-
did you read the graphic novel for this, Alan Moore's V for Vendetta? or-
I gotta
I
read
did.
it. I have not. I want to read
Okay,
it.
no, just because I'm asking you because the interpretation for V is vastly different in the comic.
Oh, I know.
with the film,
I'm well
right?
aware of that, but the
And-
film is still good.
No, yes, and no, I was going to agree with you. Is that I would say the interpretation for the character of V in the film is probably much better
Oh
because
yeah.
yes, they present him as a
What's
full
up, Brawler?
eloquent gentleman,
Oh,
but again, he's still a terrorist. But
Oh yeah.
but yeah,
But okay, so yeah,
And
this
her
go ahead.
struggle.
Another movie with John Hurt as
Yeah.
a
Yes,
That's
it
right.
was. Yes, he
because he
was,
played
yeah,
Chancellor
he's the dictator.
Sutler.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chancellor Sutler.
Yep,
Yep.
yep. You're right. You're right.
Chancellor.
So moving on.
I
to
think
number 4.
if I remember
Perfect
right,
version of
wasn't this
1984.
Number 4.
this was the
Number
movie
4.
he did that started he did his retirement after
To
Oh.
that.
hell and back.
Yeah, he did. He did.
So-
Ooh.
Audi
I
Murphy.
love
Okay,
Hell and
Audi
Back.
Murphy.
I love this
movie.
movie. It's one of it's.
All
I think it's my
right.
all-time favorite war movie, and not saying
Big-
there aren't better ones, but personally,
Partially based
absolutely
off his
love this movie.
autobiography.
Yes.
Parts
yeah,
of
no,
it,
but this
I've never
guy,
seen this.
You
Bro.
haven't seen it? Oh,
No.
dude, you gotta
Well,
watch it.
Can't be. You know
So,
who Audi
I-
Murphy is, correct?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I've just
Yeah.
never seen this movie.
I
But
haven't seen the
he-
story.
But dude,
In the 50s, he was chosen to be the actor in a lot of
He-
movies, including a movie about shit he actually
um,
did in
and they had to
Anzio, Italy.
dilute.
during
played
World War II.
himself.
He
He
Played
played
himself.
himself.
Yep.
Oh
and,
really?
and literally,
They had
to dilute the
literally,
story. They
the
had to take
directors
stuff
and the
out because it
producers
wasn't
had to
believable.
tone things down.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
like,
it wasn't
your
Now,
story is so
I have-
unbelievable. We have to like trim down some of the numbers.
I haven't seen
Audie,
this movie myself
Murphy
either,
is
but yes,
considered the real life Captain America, guys. He's considered the
He's who
real
Captain
life.
America's
Yeah.
based on.
So,
he is.
Well,
So,
only,
exactly.
only thing I ever saw him in was like cowboy movies. So
Yep.
it's
Yeah, but
like,
Oh
He's
yeah,
such-
and there's a fun fact.
I love
He
this
did it-
movie. It's
dude.
so awesome.
He literally he professionally did the shooting on this movie because he was such
Oh, yeah.
a good shot.
nice. Very
And
nice.
they actually
Yeah,
used
he
real ammunition on like mannequins
Dude.
and stuff to do the shots in this movie
Oh yeah.
because
So,
he
not
said
to-
he said the blanks threw him off because of
Oh, yeah.
the way of the bullet.
He
Yep.
was
That's
expecting
right.
there
Real
to
bullets.
be recoil.
Yep.
So not to be
And
too
yeah,
much of a
I
spoil
recommend-
sport because I haven't seen the movie,
Yeah.
but yes, him literally mounting on a destroyed tank using a machine gun to face
Oh,
off
yeah.
against a bunch of Germans is true. This man
Wow.
literally held off a whole bunch
Oh,
of
yeah.
Germans.
Okay,
Jesus.
I'm just gonna
He
say
was-
this. Shout
wasn't
out to
he the
Fat
first
Electrician. If you want to watch a breakdown
Shout out
of
to Nick,
Audie
Fat
Murphy,
Electrician.
if you want to watch a breakdown of Audie Murphy and his time in the war and his whole life as a whole,
Mhm.
watch Fat Electrician's video on Audie Murphy. It's
Yes.
excellent breakdown of it of
He
Audie
was-
Murphy.
He was also the first recipient of the
Recipient of the
Congressional
Medal of Honor. Yes.
Honor.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yep. He
All
was
right,
the
and
very
so
first
I'm gonna
one.
go.
Yep.
I'm gonna go on to number 3,
Mhm.
which is back
Classic.
to number 1.
Ah,
Classic
Number
one.
normie,
Right.
classic
That's
normie
good.
movie, but
I
freaking
absolutely
phenomenal.
love this movie. It is one of my favorite sci-fi movies. It's just great. The whole freaking like time travel part, the freaking of course, like Biff and all that, being iconic freaking. But dude, it's I love
Great
this
action,
movie.
great comedy, and great.
Oh,
What are
yeah.
you looking at, butthead?
Shows one of
Hello,
the slowest,
McFly.
Hello.
Hello at home.
cars.
Who you call it? Yeah, no,
Fly.
it's such a
Yeah,
good movie. Who
but
you calling chicken?
Dude, that whole scene with him
Oh, man.
is with Marty and his mom, and she's literally like,
Like old.
Coming
got
on
him
to
in
him
his
hard.
underwear. It's like,
Yeah.
Oh,
And he's
Michael
yeah.
J.
like,
Fox.
oh,
That was so fucking
Yes.
hilarious.
Oh, dude, it was so good. It was
I-
such a great movie. And don't get me wrong, I like Back to the Future 1, 2, and I even like 3. I know a lot of people
like
don't like
3.
it, but
I
I
love 3.
enjoyed all 3 of them. I think it's a good trilogy, far better than what we get nowadays.
I think one of my
By
favorite scenes there
Country
is like
Mile.
when he's talking to his father George. He's just like, okay, so I'm gonna go to the car. I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna say, hey, you get your damn hands off her. You really think I had to swear, Marty? No. He calls him Calvin. You really think I had to swear, Calvin? Yes, God damn it,
Yeah,
George,
yeah.
swear.
I love the scene
another
where,
movie.
where Marty is like on the stage and he starts freaking going jamming on the guitar and it's like, and he's
Yes.
like,
Another
I guess you
movie
guys aren't
with a
ready for
great
that.
soundtrack.
Don't worry, your kids will love this.
Another
Yes, 100%,
great
yeah.
soundtrack.
Playing a
Yeah.
Chuck Berry song.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
man.
Chuck
It's
Berry,
such a
freaking,
great-
Okay, here's a little fun
Power
fact.
of Love.
Yes.
Another fun
Power
fact.
of love.
So, in the movie, it's supposed to be the inspiration for Chuck Berry to do that song, but the problem
Right.
was
Because his
Chuck-
cousin's on stage, like playing
But
bass, and he
Chuck
goes to the
Berry-
phone, he's like,
Marvin
"Listen
when
to
Gaye.
this."
this was.
Yeah.
But the thing was,
Marvin
when Chuck Berry was supposed to be alive, he was too young to play guitar.
Oh man.
Exactly,
it's-
he would've been too young.
That's great. That's funny.
All right, and going on to my second, Jurassic Park.
Ooh, all right, nice.
Yeah.
very nice.
Absolutely love this.
Love
And
Jurassic
like,
Park.
dude, the music, the freaking the visual effects, like when you see the T-Rex and it flips over the car, and it's like, bro, and the roar. Just,
Great
it's
memes come out of
so
that movie.
Awesome.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
absolutely.
absolutely.
That's
Well,
a big
also-
pile of shit.
herds.
Also, it shows that freaking the CGI in '93, when cared about,
Oh.
was better than what
Oh,
we're
yeah.
getting today.
And more, it was more believable. It was more believable.
100%.
Roughly
And
around the
it's
same time.
So amazing.
Roughly around the
and
same time, I think Mortal Kombat came out as well too with Jurassic.
Good
Like,
movie.
Yeah,
And-
kind of.
and-
around
Yeah,
that
movie.
time, yeah.
and the
Good movie.
CG on that one was just like,
Oh
whoa,
man, yeah.
okay.
Not
But,
even close.
but again, the movie's like it's still entertaining. But like this, when you put a lot of care and effort, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, you
CGI
see
can
it,
come
yeah,
out
and it
great.
shows, and it.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
One
the
thing that I wanna-
animatron. Sorry,
I
go
was
ahead,
just gonna
Jake.
say one thing I want to throw out about Jurassic Park is obviously the actors on screen when they're filming, they're not really seeing anything because a lot of it is CGI.
Mhm.
And one of the things that I like to point out is it's difficult to work against nothing, basically, because actors, typically to get the best reactions, you need to see what
Yeah.
another actor is doing or what is going on.
Exactly.
This movie has some of the best actors acting against nothing. The first time that they're in the Jeep and they pull up onto the hill and then they finally see the dinosaurs, their faces, their
Yeah.
reactions are like
Oh,
that
yeah.
is how you would react if you saw
Oh, yeah.
dinosaurs over these rolling fields. And
Oh, yeah,
at the
like-
time they were seeing nothing. They had no idea what they were looking at.
Exactly, but they
Oh,
did.
mhm.
such a
Also-
good job.
Perfect.
Just seeing the
But
pure
also-
shock when he just takes off his glasses, he's like,
It's like
just
just
like-
Yeah.
you see the trembling, like,
Well,
turning Laura Dern's head. to
yeah,
look,
yeah,
and she's
yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
that's great.
you gotta remember they have phenomenal animatronics in that movie. The T-Rex
They did.
itself. I mean, the scene where the T-Rex because the hydraulic started leaking and it was
Oh, yeah.
soaking wet and it was literally pushing the car into the mud and nearly killed the kids in the car because it was literally that scene where the T-Rex goes to the top of the dome. Literally,
Yeah.
the T-Rex, it failed and it fell into on top of them, that was real terror. They were scared to death
Mhm.
of that.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Oh,
cut on the
And-
girl's head was
Heavy.
real. The cut on the girl's
Yeah.
head
It
was real.
was yeah,
Yep.
it was such a
Yeah,
such a
and
good
when
movie.
and like when the girl is like hanging from the air duct was the very first face swap they ever did in the movie
Yep,
because the
yep.
stunt girl looked up and they literally had to face swap her with the actress that played
Mhm.
that character in the movie, and you
Mhm.
never knew it.
And-
And I mean, compared that CGI to the crap we get now,
Yeah.
this
Oh, yeah.
was in the
Yeah.
early '90s,
So-
by the way.
And then of
Going on,
course,
I want to go
93,
on. I want to go
93.
on to my last movie, which
Yes,
is
go ahead,
is
AP.
my,
Sure.
it's my top. It's my top movie, and it's for many reasons.
Barbie.
The
The
Martian.
Martian.
Oh,
The
okay.
Martian.
The Martian.
It's such
Okay.
All right.
it's such a
Have you
good
read the book?
sci-fi movie.
It's another
yeah.
one I've not seen.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Yeah.
I've
You've
seen
reached the
parts of
bookshelf.
it.
There we go.
I have it somewhere over
It's
here. I have
okay.
it somewhere
There
on
we
my bookshelf. I love it because it's such a realistic and plausible sci-fi
Mhm.
movie. Like it could happen within the next 20 years.
It could.
If our if
Elon
if
Musk
some
wants
people,
it to.
oh
Yep.
yeah, and it's such a great movie, and I can go on and on about it, and I'm just gonna try to say I love it. I can watch this movie over and over again. The music is funny, and how Mark Watney he comments on this stuff, and he reacts like it's in the movie. It's all that, but it's like as Ronan perfectly described it. It's in the movie, and it's something that you hear outside of the movie. It's
Tangible.
perfect,
Yes.
Well-
tangible, and yeah. But I wanted to just, cut through a few honorable mentions real quick.
Mhm.
Top Gun, the first one. I love Top
Okay.
Gun Maverick
Oh,
2.
yeah.
It's a good
Top
one.
John Wick,
Ooh, all right.
Raiders of
Very nice.
Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Ooh, all right. The first one.
Terminator, and 28 Days Later.
Nice.
All right.
I
Nice.
also
Very
added. I also did add Spaceballs because that's an excellent parody movie.
Okay,
But yeah, so that's what I've got. So
so you do know that this is technically a remake, right? The Martian.
Is it?
So
It is?
there's a movie. There's a movie called Robinson Crusoe on Mars. and-
Okay.
So this is like sort of a retelling of that story. So basically, this is just Robinson Crusoe. There's the story of Robinson Crusoe, like on the island and stuff. But this is like on Mars, and they did a movie like this back in, I would say, the late '60s, early '70s.
But-
Adam West was in the movie.
I
Okay.
do have to fight back a little bit on saying it's remake because it is based on a book that was written not 5 years before the movie came, 10 years before the movie came out. And
But
one
he got
scientific quibble I
inspiration
do-
from Robinson Crusoe, though. He got inspiration from Robinson Crusoe.
Probably.
Yeah.
But one quibble I do have about the science fact in the movie is there's a scene where there's a storm coming and the wind is going to reach like 280, 300 miles an hour. And the wind
won't
hits
happen
Matt
on Mars.
Damon and it knocks him back like 50 feet through the air. The problem is the atmosphere is so thin that wouldn't happen. That would not happen.
Yeah.
The wind would just whip past them and it wouldn't matter at
they
all.
needed drama.
That's the only-
That was the
that's the
part.
only
That's the part
thing
where
that I
they
have a
needed
quibble with
drama. They
scientifically.
needed drama for that. Like they
Yes.
needed an understandable reason how he got fully separated, and they couldn't find it.
Absolutely.
Uh,
yeah.
And it worked, and it's
If that's
I
the
agree with
one,
that. It's a
everybody
very
gets
notable
one,
thing.
as they say.
Yeah.
Everybody gets
That's a very notable thing.
They take liberties.
but it's
They can
good.
take
Yeah.
liberties.
Well, any
Yeah.
movie will. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't believe Phantom is making me do this. And
Oh.
AP went off camera, so that kind of defeats what I was
boy.
going to say. But everybody here has been on camera, and I didn't want to just bring up pictures. So
All right, here
Everybody-
we go.
welcome to M Camp U.
Oh Lord!
No.
I know I said a face reveal.
Mhm.
This is what you're going to
Blackness in
get
your
because this is going to be
eyes.
who I
This
am.
is
I
blackness
am not
in
showing my
soul.
face on camera. I will never show my face on camera.
He's the
Bro,
Dollar
this
Tree
is
Ray
what you get.
Mysterio.
Edition.
He's the Dollar Tree Ray Mysterio.
I am M Camp U fan.
Jake,
Yeah, you got the Andy Weir book. Yep. Martin, there you go.
So
Dude, the Super Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, my God.
This
Yeah,
year
it's
calls
very
for a
good.
celebration.
yeah, I am a gamer. That's the room. That's Tommy Wiseau. I've got right back here, which you can't see from my name, is a like 12-inch or 16-inch Ash figure.
That's Ash,
is
yeah.
even-
Yep. I see him.
So it's like
That's what
so
she said.
Look,
we
he's
already-
a ginger.
since we already said it, I'm not a well, I mean maybe. But since we've already talked about it, one honorable mention that I've switched for my movies is The Last Samurai. If I can get this glare off.
Mhm.
I agree with you,
can see it.
Ronan. That was a phenomenal movie. It was so well done, and everything was just so great with it. Music, the acting, and it just was phenomenal. Number two, of course, for my honorable mentions is The Crow. Why is am I out of focus?
It's a little glary, but we can see it though.
Okay.
Yeah, right
Yeah,
there.
we can
There
see
you
it.
go. The
Yeah,
Crow.
okay.
Yeah, we can see it. We
The
can see it.
Crow, which I agree with Phantom. It's such a good movie, good noir. It's you hate to see Brandon Lee's been his last movie, but Phantom said, and we both agreed, it could be the
Mhm.
fact that his last movie is why it got so popular. I
Right.
want to not
Mhm.
believe that, but it is a great movie, and I feel like it wouldn't get the love it did back then or now if it wasn't for Brandon Lee dying.
Mhm.
But it's just one of those. It's a normie pick, I know, but it's just so good.
It's like
Honestly, I don't think
it's
the
a
Crow
normie.
is the normie pick. I don't
It
think that's a
could-
normie
Because
pick.
The Crow is really popular.
You
It's
could
popular.
construe it
Yeah.
as a normie pick, but again, like with the Tim Burton Batman films, it's another film
Mhm.
that really takes the setting and turns it into a character as
Which,
well.
like
too.
I told you, Batman. That may be why I love this movie so
Yeah.
much. Batman '89 was my first really whoa moment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so that was my two. I got five more. Yes, I do. So number five, and I'm gonna say this about everyone except maybe Jake because he backed me up on this. But you unromantic loving people, I just cannot take how y'all do
Hey.
not care about romance in
Can't
movies.
be, can't be. I can like romance. It just
Oh, okay. He's gone.
I
Damn.
can, I can like romance.
Very uncool.
Jared-
Very uncool.
I can like romance. I can like romance. I
But-
just it's
I
some
like
of it's
romance as
cheesy.
well,
A lot of
too,
it's
yeah.
cheesy and it's just over.
It-
I don't know.
True. Well, like The Last Samurai, this movie just it just spoke to me. The music, the atmosphere, Zhang, I can never say her name right. Zhang Zi, but Memoirs of a Geisha.
Oh,
Geisha. Okay.
Memoirs
yeah.
of a
Oh,
Geisha. Yeah.
between Chow Yun Fat and her and Zhang Zi or Z Zhang, however you say it.
Zhangji?
Zhang Zi.
I can't remember
Yeah,
saying it right.
Zhangji.
But just the atmosphere of life back then in Japan and her having to be what she is to turn into what she becomes.
It is.
And it's
It is
just-
harrowing. Like, and that's like thousands and thousands of women went through that.
Exactly. And
just in
it's
that specific time period as well.
and it's
Not
a
to
long
mention
movie.
who knows
It's
how
a kind of a
long.
long movie, but it doesn't feel like a long movie. It feels like an hour and a half once you into the atmosphere of it. The cherry blossoms and all the scenery is just it was shot so well. Like I've never read the book, but if this movie, I would read in a second just because of this movie. And number four, again, it's got romance, it's got action, it's got great performances from all around. It's not accurate to the time period, but the Three Musketeers from
Oh,
Nice.
all right.
Great
Nice.
soundtrack.
Very
Great.
nice.
Love you, D'Artagnan.
love
Great
everybody.
soundtrack.
Great soundtrack. All for Love.
Is it the Walt Disney one? Or?
Yes, it's the one
Yeah.
with
Yeah, it says Walt
it's
Disney.
the
at
one with
top.
Charlie Sheen, Kiefer Sutherland,
Yep.
Oliver
Okay.
Platt, and
Most of the
Tim
Young
Cur-
Guns cast.
Tim Gunn. I mean, not Tim Gunn. Tim Curry as Cardinal Richelieu. Just he kills it. And his lackey being the guy from The Crow, the villain from The Crow. I can't remember his name right now.
too.
Yeah, Robin Hood.
Mhm.
Just it was action, it was adventure, it was comedy, it was everything you'd want rolled into one. And I think that's what I enjoy when I'm not
Much
a
like
big
The
genre
Princess Bride.
person. Yeah, well, yeah, sort of similar. But when you get different genres into one movie and they all just fit, it just makes such a great story. Again, now y'all probably have never seen this movie, but I enjoy it. But it's a romance.
Mhm.
It's called What If.
I've seen
It's a-
that. I've
It's a
seen it.
movie. Have you seen it? Okay,
Yeah,
it's starring
I've seen
Zoe
I've not
Kazan,
seen
which
it.
I think is a great
Mhm.
actress.
Mhm.
It's got Harry Potter, aka
Daniel
Daniel
Radcliffe.
Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe, and not Adrian Brody, the guy that played the bad guy in the new Star Wars movies.
Which
Oh,
bad
I
guy?
forgot what his name.
Uh,
I know his name is Hux.
that
I can't
doesn't
remember
narrate.
the actor's name. though.
No. The main.
Gollum?
No.
Which
Adam
bad guy?
Driver. Adam Driver.
Adam Driver.
oh,
Okay.
Adam
Oh,
Driver.
Adam
Driver's
Driver.
in it.
Okay.
He plays Daniel Radcliffe's best friend, and the movie is basically two people that end up coming together and like being the weirdest of people and just not getting along with most people around them, but yet they connect with each other, which is a basic premise. But just the story behind it is just it really like it's a British comedy, so it's like, of course, it's more British humor.
I'm
but-
very much into that dry British.
But
humor.
it was so good, and I enjoyed it. And it gives you a decent ending, but I'm not going to spoil anything. But if you like a romance movie, I think this is a good one to check out. What if it's
I'll
what
spoil
if
it. I'll spoil it. They all die. They all die.
No, I ain't gonna say that.
No,
I mean, in terms of romance, for me, I would say I kind of like Ruby Sparks a lot. Like Ruby Sparks.
I have it on my shelf.
Paul
It's up there.
Dano and
I've got Ruby. Zoe Kazan
All
is
day.
an underrated actress because she was good in Ruby Sparks with Paul Dano, who's
Paul
her
Dano,
actual
yeah.
husband. That's
Yep.
her actual husband. And she was really good in a movie called In Your Eyes. It was written by Joss Whedon, but before he was blacklisted. But where
Right.
you see two
That's one way to put
two
it.
people are in
Me.
different parts of the country, but they see through each other's eyes and are able to conversate with each other, but nobody else. Basically, like a
Right.
cell phone,
Josh
but in your
Rapist?
head.
Oh, okay,
Josh
interesting.
But
Rapist.
it's called In Your Eyes. It's actually on YouTube for free, so if you want to check it out.
All right.
My number 2, which some of y'all may have seen, this may not. You've heard me talk about it, I think, though, is District B13. This is a French film. It's
I've not seen this one.
it stars one of the creators of parkour, Daniel Bell, and he basically the action in this, it's not a great story, it's not a bad story, but the story is they live in barrios or live in districts. Each one's a different district, 13, 14, 12, 11, and different people live in different districts, and there it's basically just around their district, but there's a bomb that ends up in their district, which is like the low end of the districts, and they're trying to get basically the bad guys are trying to get rid of them. I'm not gonna say who the bad guys are, but they're trying to get rid of them, and a cop goes in it's Paul, I can't remember Cifarelli. His last name's Cifarelli. I can't remember his first name, but he's a huge stuntman from America. You know, he's French, but he's a huge stuntman. He does all kinds of stunts around here. He's been in a lot of different movies, but his action scenes and then David Bell's action scenes together, just great. And they make a great kind of comedic / buddy cop movie. But the reason you're watching this is for the action. If you go watch the trailer, which we might, if y'all want to do that one day, you can. The trailer shows you exactly what you do. But I will suggest watching the American, the English voiceover as opposed to the French. The English voiceover helps you to really stay into the action.
Right.
But it's just a huge fan. I'm just a huge fan of that action parkour.
Nice
fighting.
Just them like running in that one part where they're trying to get away from everybody, and they're literally like jumping.
There's a casino scene. The casino, the casino scene is good too. Flipping and rolling and kicking. Oh, dude, it's phenomenal.
The one guy you were talking about, he was in Skyline. He was in
Seville Raffaelli.
Yeah.
That's it. Seville Raffaelli. He's he's not. I won't say he's a great actor, but they did a remake of this in America. If you have seen it, I hate it with a passion. But Paul Walker, I like Paul Walker. But Brick Mansions is a remake with David Bell, the actual guy, and then Paul Walker. It's not as good. Like if you watch both back to back, they zoom in a lot in Brick Mansions so that you don't see that Paul Walker can't do this stuff. In this movie, Seville Raffaelli does all the stuff. Like you see, it takes it back and it gives you all the visuals. And my number one,
it's the same stunt crew that did the Raid. It's the same.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I have to watch it because
it's good. It's good. And my number one,
that as an honorable
AP already said it, but Princess Bride. This is my all-time favorite movie. I will never.
Dude, it's such a good movie.
Love this movie. I will see this.
The oldest trick in the book.
It's got so many quotable lines. It's comedic. It's action, adventure. It's drama.
Carrie Elwes.
Unconceivable.
Carrie Elwes is so good.
Absolutely.
Robin Wright. This is about the only movie I like Robin Wright in because I hate her as Jenny.
and then, of course, the great big man himself.
Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant.
And Mandy Patinkin.
Mandy Patinkin.
Mandy Patinkin just does a great job. Like, my name is Amalgam Montoya. You killed my father, prepare to die.
Yeah.
And
I love that. I hate to kill you. You seem a decent man.
That's okay. I hate to die.
So I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna ruffle a lot of feathers here.
Okay.
I haven't seen The Princess Bride myself,
Son
and
of
for
a
the
bitch.
longest time, I always
have to watch
thought
that.
that dude was actually Antonio Banderas, and I realized that.
And you give me shit.
You're-
And you
you're
give me
thinking of
shit,
the
and I'll say
Master
minus
Zorro.
one.
Yeah, really. And you're giving this guy
No,
shit?
no, I know. I see. Here's the thing, because I watched The Mask of Zorro, and it's a fun
I love
movie. I
Zorro.
like Mask of
The Mask
Zorro.
of
Oh, such a
Zorro.
good one.
The Mask of Zorro.
But for some reason, I kept thinking that actor that says,
Yep.
"My name is Inigo Montoya." You killed my
Oh,
father
Mandy
before I died."
Patinkin. Okay.
Yes,
Uh,
I
Patinkin.
for some
That is
reason I
right.
kept thinking it was Antonio
Antonio
Banderas because it
Banderas.
Okay, okay,
vaguely
Ronan.
looks
Ronan.
like him.
Such
He's
a good
Ronan-
movie.
he's Spaniard. He's
You
got
need
the
to watch
Ronan-
it. You need to watch it.
Because
Ronan, this was a decade before
Okay.
Antonio Banderas ever made his first film.
again, like I
I
said,
did
I
not
haven't
do
seen
that.
the movie.
I did
So,
not
no,
do
I know
that.
it wasn't you. I guarantee it was AP, little schmuck.
Yep, it
So
was.
we've gone a long time. So I'm gonna give one more shout out to Assassins with Assassins with Antonio Banderas. Since you brought that up, Antonio Banderas Assassins with him and
Stallone.
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 A really really good movie that people don't talk about a lot.
Right.
And a
but we-
remake.
But there you go, people. That's our top 5 for everybody, or not top 5, but our movies we love watching and we enjoy.
Our
Our
Favorite-
preferred,
favorite
our
five,
top,
let's say.
our top 5
Yeah.
favorite.
So I'm
films,
gonna finish out with one last question, then we'll end it here. Of course, y'all see my face. Well, not see my face, but this is what you're getting from now on. So, my last question is simply, as movie buffs, do you feel it is worth watching a movie in theater, or do you prefer watching at home? Is the theater experience worth getting, or is it one of those that's like give and take, or are you just like, I've got a OLED TV, I've got a 70-inch OLED, I've got
I'll go
sound
last.
system, I don't need it. So
I'll go first.
let me
go
get your
last.
thoughts.
I'll go first because I think it's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I feel it is necessary to go to a theater to like truly experience a movie. Not necessarily. I would say it would depend on the movie. But one movie that I feel that would not have had anywhere near the impact if I were to have watched it at home on my couch or what have you is when my wife and I were getting married last year down in Miami on Christmas, the night of Christmas. It was like 9. We went to a 9 p.m. showing Christmas Day, and we went to see the Nosferatu remake. It was so good in a dark theater with the rumbling of the bass behind you, and the way it was shot, the way the frames were set up, the way characters would come out of the shadows just barely. If you were watching it at home and you even had like a nightlight on plugged into the wall and you had even a tiny amount of glare on the TV, it wouldn't have had the same impact. So I would say that when it comes to watching a movie at theaters or watching it at home, even if you have the greatest setup in the world, it does depend. It depends
I agree
on the
with you,
movie.
Bola.
It depends on the amount of spectacle. If it's that kind of movie, like Avengers Endgame, for instance, that Ebola just brought up. And I would also argue that, I'm not a massive horror fan. I'm not a massive genre fan, but I do like horror movies. My wife and I have been like knocking away horror movies over the past month. There are some that watching them in theaters would be the way to do it, in my opinion. But for the rest of them, I think the most important part about watching a movie even for the first time is being comfortable, being in a comfy chair, whether you have popcorn, whether you're watching it with your lady or by yourself or with friends. Being comfortable is the biggest thing.
So you fall in the if the movie calls for it.
Yes, it's more if the movie calls for it. Yes.
Okay, I agree with you to that
Like Dune.
point. Well, Dune,
Dune.
Tron Legacy. Like I didn't watch the new Tron, but Tron
Yes.
Legacy in theater was so phenomenal that when I got home and watched it, I have a 3D TV, but it was just like it's something missing when
Not
you
the
have that
same.
theater, that booming sound system.
Yes.
Which I was gonna go watch the new movie just because in
Mhm.
theater, just because of the 3D and the soundtrack. But I don't think I'm gonna get at home what I didn't do it, but I don't think I'm gonna get at home what you would feel in the theater with that. So I kind of with Jake when it goes half and half, I'm like, I think if the movie calls for it.
Right.
Army of Darkness was one of the first horror movies I saw. Well, not horror, but like horror type movie.
Horror comedy, yeah.
In the theater. I got to see it opening night, and I was like, I knew nothing about the movie. And man, just
Right.
seeing all that visually going every which way was just it's so good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I would absolutely agree as well too. Like I'm actually happy I got a chance to watch Tron Legacy in theaters when it did come out. It was it.
I didn't get to watch
Let
it
me
in theaters.
let me put it like this: Tron
if
Legacy.
it re-releases, you need to.
Tron Legacy is the one movie I will tell you that really got me to absolutely love soundtracks for films. Daft Punk making the soundtrack for Tron Legacy was solid. It was absolutely amazing, and even the fact that they had a little cameo where they're the DJs for
Which is
Zeus's
awesome.
bar
The club
is
scene,
great.
yeah, the
End
club
of line,
scene.
yeah, it was absolutely great. It was so cool actually having them there in the film, and again, a little bit of like diegetic and non-diegetic there for for music in that film. For me, when it comes to like either watching in theaters or watching in at home, I don't want to fall in the line of like, depends on movie calling for it, just because I know a lot of people will say that, but at the same time, not every movie I would say calls for wanting to watch it in theaters. Like, okay, here's one example. Couples Retreat, right? That's a nice little romantic comedy that actually like Vince Vaughn in it, Malin Ackerman in it, Jean Reno showing up in it as like the therapist and whatnot. It's a funny movie. I do like it. It's not really something that you should go like spend $15-$20 for and like sit down to watch it. Again, movies like Tron Legacy, movies like Dune, movies like Godzilla -1, those are movies that demand to be seen on a big screen because of the scale that they're trying to present to you in theaters. It works perfectly.
I think you really hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not just about whether it's spectacle and you really need a theater. It is that, but scale.
Well, that's
getting a proper sense of scale, like the Denis Villeneuve Dune movies. That scale, you're really only going to be able to get washed over by the scale if it's a 30-foot screen in front of you.
That's why comedies and like love stories are the lower end of the budgets, because you don't get the spectacle. That is strictly for the story. So you're like, or the comedy, you're getting that. So it's like, yes, you'd enjoy the sit in theater, but it's less of a what do you call it? Less of a risk for the studios. So those are ones that's like, if they make 60 million, cool. If they don't, it's not a big deal. The movie only costs 5 million.
Exactly. The budgets are always low, so it's a low risk, high reward kind of thing, because people like comedies, people like romances, they love romantic comedies. They're gonna get that return back on the investment they put in.
And before, it's like the only thing that's bad now is the fact that DVD and Blu-ray and all that doesn't matter like it used to then. Like even if a movie made $5 million on a $5 million budget, you go to home video and they used to sell thousands of copies on DVD or Blu-ray or VHS, and they don't have that anymore.
And it's very much like sad that we're not getting much physical media anymore, though.
Well, I mean, to a certain extent, we kind of are. Okay, say what you will about Alien Romulus. I haven't seen the movie, but I hear bad things about it. But they are trying to bring VHS back by releasing Alien Romulus via VHS. I can at least respect them that they want to try and bring physical releases back.
You're right. It's boutique, though. It's going to be a niche thing as opposed to, like records. Records were gone for a long time, but then they came back. It's become,
and now the boutique thing is to have cassettes. Cassette tapes are coming up by new bands.
That's another thing.
But VHS, Laserdisc, stuff like that is still around. It's just it's going to become a niche as opposed to this is what I watch it on every day.
It's something hardcore collectors are going to be going for rather than a general audience. Is
and keeping it in the shrink wrap.
And that's going to be that's going to be
It'll be pricier because of that, which is a shame. But
that's me. I love this What If movie, but I've never opened it because I've got it on my Jellyfin server. I just wanted to have a physical copy, and I'll probably never open it. It's just to have
copy.
Copy. We're all doing that tonight. We're all AP. Do you want to add anything to that?
Go ahead.
I got nothing right now. I got you guys all said it well.
Okay. What about you?
All right. For me, it's like growing up in the era where going to the theaters to see a movie was a spectacle in itself.
You also had the drive-in spectacle.
It was an event.
Yeah.
Compared to like someone like myself.
Yeah. So
we still have drive-ins near me.
For me, I would rather be at home because I just don't want to go to a theater after
It's more
all
comfortable
like
to watch movies.
all bullshit that happens in theaters now, people fighting, people
Yeah.
shooting up theaters and
Oh,
stuff
the
like
damn-
that. I would
throwing
The
rather
damn
be at
chicken.
home.
What's the chicken thing that went around? from-
Yeah.
Chicken
Or
jockey.
the-
Yeah,
or
that
the
shit
or the
from
dude
Minecraft
or the
movie.
dude getting up in the middle of the one movie and pissing on people. Like I would rather
Yeah.
I
sit
didn't
across
know
from my
about that one.
TV and watch
Yeah,
it.
it's become a
Yeah.
meme.
Not okay.
Yeah.
So
Right.
not to get super political
What, like the
on it, but
licking ice cream at
unfortunately,
stores meme?
we are starting to really get into a low trust society, which is why the theater
Yes.
going experience is
Mhm.
being ruined.
It's
As
surrounded
you
by
say, Phantom.
strangers.
Not
And-
even that. Yeah, like screens
It's too
everywhere.
high.
Screens. Like,
Yep.
let's look at our phone while we're the movie
That
experience
too.
is supposed to be you experience the movie with people around you that
It-
want to see this movie, and
It's a
not
communal thing. It's a
It is.
communal thing. That's what it is. You enjoy it
But
together.
Compare,
But you
But
get
not-
compare
this
prices.
ruin
but
it.
not when they've
It-
got cameras, phones in their hands.
Dude,
They-
I remember going to the theaters and spending $20. That was enough to get 2 tickets and food. Today, it's nearly $100 to go to a theater.
Oh
and
yeah,
do
it's
anything
20
now.
just to get the ticket.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Popcorn's like
painful, like-
$12 to $15, which is insane.
last time I
considering
watched
cost
the
of-
Or
movie
something
in-
that costs 38 cents for them.
Last
like,
time
yeah.
I watched
Yeah.
a movie in theaters, I probably spent roughly $40 because I spent almost $20 to watch 28 Years Later. Good film, by the way. And then I spent another 20 to buy fucking
I gotta
food.
watch that one.
And it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
for
dude.
me,
the prices
so-
go up like insane.
When I went and seen the first Michael Bay Transformers movie, I spent nearly a fucking $100 because I took
How
myself.
many people?
It was myself, my mom, my kids, my ex-wife, a friend of ours, her brother, her sister, her sister's boyfriend. It was my treat because I had the money at the time, and
Yeah,
it was,
that'll
dude.
do
It
it
was,
100.
yeah. Oh, it was because
And that
they
would have been
bought them
that would've been
food.
7,
Yeah,
and you
it
bought like 9
was.
people.
Yeah, it
Boom.
was
Goodness
very
gracious.
pricey.
And look, I imagine you didn't go to an AMC because if you did, it would have been a lot more. Because AMC's are a lot pricier too.
They have been lately, yeah.
And they like in our area, they eliminated the dollar theater where you can go in and
Yes.
everything
Oh,
was
here.
my
Dude,
man.
pay
$1
a dollar to
baby.
go in. The food and drinks were $1 a piece. You know, everything was $1. It was like,
And-
and it's
and-
like you go now, it's not there anymore.
We didn't have
You
the
would-
dollar, we had the $5.
You would have gone
Yeah.
there to like watch old movies that come out before. You get to see them again in theaters.
Well,
and
when
everything. It
the
was a fun
when the
experience.
when the movies hit the main theaters, and when
Right.
it was like it was like the last stop before they went to like DVD.
Yeah,
or,
like
some
four
movies
months.
came
Oh,
out.
okay.
and then,
all right,
then the
nice.
last, they would
Yeah.
you'd be in the theater for like 4 to 6 months, and then at that 7th month, they put it in the little theater to watch for a
Yeah.
month, and then it would go straight to video after that.
Dude,
Mhm,
that's
yeah.
how I went seen the Who Framed Roger Rabbit was at the
Oh,
Dollar Theater. with
Nice.
good
All
movie.
right. Very
And
nice.
Bill
Such
and
a good
Ted.
movie.
That's
I
fun.
wanna
And,
say
and,
this. There's
and Bill
one
and Ted's
movie
Excellent
I did.
Adventure. So
There's one
went
movie I
there
wish I
too.
saw in theaters, but I did not see in theaters. It was Dune Part 2. I didn't get a chance to see that in theaters. I was disappointed.
Okay.
Save up for
And it
part
was-
3 in that case.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna.
Well, they may
it's,
they may re-release 2 when 3 comes out. So
They probably
They-
probably will. They'll
I
probably
think
make
they'll
so you can
release
see all
both Dune
3.
and Dune Part 2.
Yeah,
or
you're
that
exactly
third
right.
one.
so
Let's get people
anything else
hyped
we
up.
want to talk about after that?
not
Uh,
really.
like
Anything? Okay, Phantom, take us out.
All right, so let's start running outros. So, Jake, what you got going on?
Well, other than doing this 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday, Matinee with the Homies, I am, of course, on Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the official For the Homies podcast. We're coming up on about a year and a half in a little while here. We're coming up to the end of the year, obviously. We mentioned this past Thursday. We don't have a lot of guests lined up for these last couple of months because, it's the holiday season. People are busy. It's hard to get a hold of people. So you're going to get a lot more of just the homies there on Thursdays, getting to know us a little bit more, hearing our opinions a little bit more, as opposed to, bounce stuff off of guests and whatnot. Nevertheless, we're still going to be putting on shows, of course. And that is what I will be doing as far as my my exploits here. And as always, I have been Jake. My name is Big Dog Jake, BIGGDOGGJAKE. You can find me basically anywhere under that moniker because I have it basically anywhere. I am a professional, though occasional VOA. I am a writer for hire. I love video games. I love metal music. I love movies. And I will talk to anyone about them. And again, Another one in the bag. I really appreciate being here. Love doing this show. And I hope all of you watching home enjoyed as well.
Tomic, what you got going on?
Oh,
Other
man,
than looking like a 5-year-old.
I deserve that.
Look, respect the man.
I had a job interview. I had to shave a little bit. So I got nothing much going on. I've got I'm gonna be working on some videos tomorrow. I'm gonna be releasing a very exciting video that I've been working on the last 2 weeks. And it's related to the Rippaverse. So I can't wait to see that. And then and I'm probably gonna release it around Friday just to give me time to flesh out the whole script, because I got a script working on for it, just making sure everything runs well. And you can find me on YouTube and on X, and that's really it. So
pumping those
glad
videos
you guys
out.
enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
those videos take time, so you're working.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Rhonda, what you got going on?
Help me,
Ronda
Rhonda.
Rousey.
Help me, Rhonda. All right.
me out.
I was gonna actually say, Jake, because you say you're lowering down on the guests. I mean, you got a big shot here who is just on the GCA. You could also have on for the
Oh,
but
for
in
goodness
all-
sake.
in all seriousness though,
Big shot.
I just finished up streaming Faith the Unholy Trinity. I finally did chapter 3 as good old Father Ronan himself as well too, with like the nice little rosaries and everything. Managed to beat Gary and send him back to hell. We exercised Amy, and same stream as well. We
Why'd
also
you send
even
her right
finished
to hell?
I won't say much, but we're gonna do something about the thumbnail. I'll leave it at that.
Corn boy.
But what's up, Corn Boy? But we also even finished the End of Zoe DLC as well on the same stream as well too. So now I got to start looking for new games to stream. This Wednesday, if anything, I'm most likely going to stream Death Stranding and then kind of prep myself up for Death Stranding 2 on the beach. So you'll get to see me play Norman Reedus in Walking Simulator. That'll be fun. No stream later tonight. If anything, I kind of want to give myself a bit of a break, smoke cigar, good, all that good stuff. But yeah, this Wednesday I'll probably pick up the streaming again. We'll do Death Stranding. We might do some Battlefield online streams as well too. See if I can do some solo games, get into some games with other folks around here in the community, all that good stuff. But yeah, that's about it. Other than that, God bless everybody. And I'm super excited for next Sunday. Matinee with the homies. Talking Godzilla. That's going to be great. I will be there.
Ronan, when are you going to play when are you going to play Fallout 1?
Throwing that on the list.
Campia, what you got going on other than looking like a complete the Dollar Tree?
I am the GCA and now the GCA and the For the Homies luchador. This is what you'll see from now on during the streams, people. If you got a problem with it, there's the door. But I am the For the Homies Sugar Honey Iced Tea memer. I am on X, if you want to say X, and I'm working on a video for my first video for my MCampU page. So hopefully I'll have that out within the next week. And other than that, you can find me here with the For the Homies. You can find me on X, and appreciate your time. Back to you, Phantom.
So for myself, Thursday night, the official For the Homies podcast, we will have one guest coming up on the 20th of this month. A big guest. Also Anime with the Homies. And next week we've been hinting towards this, so next week will be the 71st birthday of the King of Monsters, Godzilla himself. So it's going to be a Godzilla episode. I'm probably going to reach out to Hoodie, because I know Hoodie will come on and talk Godzilla with us.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Please reiterate Friday's watch party
also. Yeah, so Friday's watch party, there's 2 watch parties. So we're watching Hero Academia, the final season, an hour before
Godzilla -1 in black and white.
-1, yeah. Also,
I think black and white version is probably the best version.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited to watch it.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Also, don't forget, guys, go over and check out our good friend of the channel, future Mrs. out of Baldwin's Finger. Jessica is going to be having her cooking stream, Baking Bad, at 4:30 this afternoon. So go
Go
over there
check
and
her
check her
out.
out.
Get her those
Send her
jars.
loves.
Molasses cookies.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And
That's
put
making
put in the chat the homie sent you over there.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
That's pretty much it for me. Also, we're taking 1 week a month off for the anime show. So the Saturdays that we're not doing the anime show, I will be doing gaming streams and trying to get people together to play some games.
Nice. All right.
So thank you everybody for coming in. Thank you for the 15 people we had at one point today that came in. Thank you, Mo, and everybody that came
Hell
in
yeah.
the chat.
As Kreese says, thank you. We appreciate that. You could be
Yep.
anywhere, but you're here with us.
that's
Exactly.
right.
So
That's right.
we are the homies. I'm FemX. He's Atomic Patriot. He's Big Dog Jake. He's Ronda the Crusader, and he's the Dollar Tree Rey Mysterio and Kim Pugh fan. We're the homies, and we'll see you guys Thursday night for the Homies Podcast. We are out. And
See you
in the
next
words
week.
of that,
Like
and
the stream
in the
nerds.
words of Vagabond, if it's brown, flush it down. Good night, everybody.
Days Vault.